I'm your commentator, Rich Eames, here with a multi-time USA BMX Pro Series title winner and Olympic champion from Rio, Connor Fields. Connor, it's looking like it's going to be another good day of racing.
Yeah, good for us in the dry commentators booth. It has been raining out there this morning.
Yeah, it's the elephant in the room, and we're going to have to address it very, very shortly. But let's have a look around Copenhagen. Here we are in the beautiful city of Copenhagen in Denmark, one of the most stunning cities in Northern Europe. It's got a rich history, stunning Danish architecture, and it's one of the most cosmopolitan cities in Northern Europe. You've got the restaurants, the museums, the theme parks, the beach. You've got it all in Copenhagen in Denmark. It's a mecca for cycling in general. There's more bikes than cars in this part of the world. It's got perfect cycling infrastructure. It's an ideal venue for any world championships in any cycling discipline. And we're here for the UCI BMX Racing World Championships. We can't wait to bring you the action. Copenhagen, it's a great tourist city destination. If you want to come for a break, Copenhagen's the ideal place. And as we look at the rain here in Copenhagen, it's been quite heavy through the morning, 17 degrees, so it is quite warm with a 32-kilometre wind, so certainly it's going to mix up the racing. There's plenty of drama and action about to unfold here at the Copenhagen BMX track. The fans getting seated, getting ready, but let's have a look around the track with Magnus Dyer.
Hej, Magnus Dyer her. Kom med på en gåtur på VM-banen her i København. Okay, let's go up to the start hill. We are here on the start hill on Copenhagen BMX track with the look all over the track. You see the first jump is not quite big. You would have to push a bit to keep it low over that, and then we have the two rollers. Yeah, I'm sure there will be some different options on the two rollers. We saw back in 2011 some different stuff was going on there, like pedal, manual, double pump. Some nice battles will happen in that area, but I'm sure that will be cool. And let's head down there to have a look. And then we're heading into triple, into the first turn. Most of the guys will be jumping. And as a detail, the first straight here is actually the same as in 2011 Worlds. So the new part is from here, where it begins with the landing on the triple here into the first turn, kind of shrinking down the first straight. And then we go around where we are starting with a step, where you have to really get over it, into the second turn. The women's side, where they come in onto a kind of a stepped up double, and then they have a flat double, and then we're seeing this step up, and then we're going together with the men's side. Okay, so we're here on the very long third straight, which we're looking at right now, and it has a lot of rollers, so that means a lot of different options, and then we go around to the very short fourth straight. You'll have to do the move quite early and not wait too long, because the finish line is coming quite fast. So you could be jumping gaps or riding down in all the gaps. And well, good luck to all the riders here. See you on the track.
So there's your tour of the track here at Copenhagen BMX Club. It's been here for quite a long time, and the UCI Commissaires panel, the guys behind the scenes who help this event run. Ewan Goodman, our UCI Commissaires panel president, Jordi Marr, the secretary, Quentin Burton, and BMX commentator, Mr. Norm McCann. They make it happen, they keep the wheels turning, and they give us a fantastic BMX Racing World Championships. So we overlook the somewhat wet track here at Copenhagen. And as we have a quick look behind the scenes, Joris Dode, Olympic champion, so much to offer us, Connor.
9 World Championship medals, looking at a 10th today.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is consistency at its absolute finest, and obviously took that Olympic championship as well in Paris just over 12 months ago. But there's somebody who's going to stop him. It's Sylvain Andre.
Sylvain has 5 World Championship medals, and he is a former world champion, actually passing Joris at the line in Baku 2018, so he knows how to get it done.
Yeah, he certainly does, and if there's somewhere he wants to get it done, it's here today. As we look at somebody you know quite well, Connor, Isaac Kennedy.
Yes, and Isaac unfortunately couldn't race the Worlds last year. I got injured in practice, so he's fired up. He's ready to go here this weekend.
Yeah, and there's a rider who's got some winning experience. 28 World Cup victories, Laura Smulders.
Only 28? That's it? Unbelievably impressive. She's also a former world champion. She's a threat today for sure.
Yeah, as we see the riders warming up behind the scenes. And that is Molly Simpson. She's already had a World Cup win in 2025.
And she's been on fire in the USA BMX Tour, so I definitely think she's one of the favorites today.
Yeah, she's been on fire. And then there's a rider who knows how to win world championships as well. She's already had the rainbow stripes in her career, Bethany Shriver.
I think you can speak to this. It rains plenty over in England, so I think she's used to this.
Yeah, if there's going to be a rider who can perform in the wet, it's going to be a British one. So let's see if Beth's got what it takes today to take another UCI BMX Racing World Championship. So, as we are just overlooking the facility here in Copenhagen, the umbrellas are up in the stands. But it might be damp on the ground, but it's not going to be damp on the track. There's going to be some heat, Connor.
Yeah, and if you look in between all the jumps here, you can see where the water is pooling, and that's going to definitely affect the track.
Yeah, it is. As we look back at some of the action from the earlier rounds that took place yesterday. And yeah, all action in all the categories, junior men, junior women, under 23 and the elite as well. Anybody stand out in particular for you, Connor, yesterday through the rounds?
I think the obvious answer was Magnus Dyer. Yeah. I mean, I don't think very body or other than him or maybe the Danish team expected he'd have the fastest lap time of the day. And he definitely went to bed with some confidence last night, but all bets are off for today. It's a totally different ball game with this weather.
Yeah, it's a new day, new challenges, new weather conditions, so it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. If you've got a situation like that, Connor, where you're kind of firing in those early rounds and then you've got to go away, come back, build yourself up again, how do you manage that as an athlete?
Yeah, it's tough because when you're on a roll, you want to keep going. And he had to sit there at dinner last night, and he had to go to bed knowing that he had the fastest lap of the day and then wake up and start all over again. But it should give you confidence. And if you have a great day and you're feeling good on day number one, you should show up on day number two and say, I just got to do it again. You've already proven it.
Yeah, and there's riders out there who've got some serious experience of winning. As you said to me earlier on, winning is actually boring. It's the process of winning that's actually the hard part. The experience of riders like Joris Dode, Sylvain Andre. Are there anybody else you're expecting to bring that confidence and that experience through?
Yeah, I mean, over on the women's side, if you think I say Sakakibara, right? She's experienced, and Beth has got a couple of world championships. She's 26. She's got plenty of experience as well.
Yeah, so as we overlook, and the wind has already started to pick up since we brought the early part of the show to you. So the fans are in the stands, the ponchos are plenty, the umbrellas are up, and the officials are doing their absolute best to keep dry in the torrential rain conditions. So plenty of action upcoming soon. As we look through some of the best of the male riders, Magnus Dyer, who we've already talked about, and just rider going down in that turn. So even when it was dry, it was a bit slippery in those corners.
Yeah, and the corners are going to be the part of the track I'm watching today, especially the entry to the first corner and the entry to the second corner. Steep backsides into it. It's wet asphalt. You're going fast. And watching practice, watching warm-ups, I really didn't see very many riders being aggressive and feeling it out. So I hope I'm wrong, but I think we might see some washouts in this first round of quarters.
Yeah, there was plenty of tiptoeing going on, especially around that second corner as well, because the water was literally just running like a river from the top of it. Nobody wanted to push out. Everybody was giving the second straight some beans and just trying to, work out how they're going to get through it. Do you think the track will actually soften in the dips between the jumps?
A little bit. I think it will, and it will slow you down, which is nice. You want to be going a little bit slower into these turns. But if I was coaching a rider today, what I would advise them is, hey, it's wet, it's rainy, the track's a bit soft. This is not ideal conditions. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to win. And you're out here, you're getting wet, you're cold, it's miserable. Might not be the most fun day of racing you've ever had. So you might as well make it successful.
Okay.
Go out there with an open mind and just do your best.
Okay, fantastic advice from an Olympic champion as we watch the riders.
But don't ask me, I wasn't good in the rain.
As we watch the riders in Women Junior picking the quarterfinal positions, and we've got riders up on the gates. There is the rider from the Netherlands. I feel that is Meredith van der Hart. These are the Women Junior quarterfinals lining up there. First up, we've got Freya Chalice, Lola de Oliveira, Meredith van der Hart, Indy Schoffelmeer, and Joyce de Blobzek. So 5 riders lining up in this Women Junior quarterfinal. France, Great Britain, Netherlands, Switzerland.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
It drops on the first of the quarterfinals here at the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships, and it is Freya Chalice of Great Britain who's going to lead it into the turn, just working the way around into that second straight. Olivia in 2, Meredith van der Haar of the Netherlands in there in 3, and the rider going through in 4 is Joystick Lovzek of Switzerland. Definitely taking the time going around those turns, just feeling it out, but it is Freya Chalice of Great Britain leading it into the final corner. Holding on to that lead, the French rider trying to get involved, diving underneath. Meredith van der Haar battling for that second spot, but it's going to be Freya Chalice of Great Britain bringing it to the line. Freya takes that win. Lola de Oliveira in 2, and Meredith van der Haar in 3. Very tentative first lap there, Connor.
Yeah, you could tell they were feeling it out a little bit. They haven't been on the track for a while since they practiced, so they were kind of seeing what it was feeling like. But Freya picking up right where she left off yesterday, she was a standout to me yesterday, Rich. She rode extremely well. And like we talked about earlier, if you're from the UK, you're used to riding in the rain, so I'm sure she's used to it. But tiptoeing is right, and I think that today is a day where a rider who's willing to take the risk and push a little bit harder than maybe some of the other riders, you know, it's a gamble, and it might pay off.
It is, and I noticed that Freya didn't sort of pull out her usual lead as well, so certainly some time being taken there. So there is your confirmed result. Freya Chalice taking the win, Lola de Oliveira, Meredith van der Haar and Joystick Lovzek going through to the women junior semi-finals.
And you can clearly see that the lap times have slowed.
Absolutely. Moving up to the gate for women junior quarterfinal, heat number 2, Lily Greenoff, Ostergaard, Alden, Gaynor and Healy. So New Zealand, Denmark, the USA, Great Britain and Australia. And there is the rider from Australia, Imogen Healy.
Just want a bit of space, pick all the way out in the hate.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Second quarter-final for the women junior, heading down the hill. Alexis Alden in the middle, but it is Lily Greenoff of New Zealand who's going to lead it into that first turn. Taya Gaynor of Great Britain there in that 4th spot at the moment as they come out of turn number 1. But it is Lily Greenoff. She's already had podiums in the World Cup Series this year as an under-23, and she's going to lead it into turn number 2. Greenoff, Alden, 1 and 2. The Danish rider in there in 3. That is Ida Ostergaard, keeping the home fans happy. Taya Gaynor's making a move now as they go down towards the final corner. Greenoff still holding on to it. Greenoff and Alden, they're going to go 1 and 2. Taya Gaynor, is she going to pick up the 3? I think she is. Ostergaard's under pressure from Healy. It's going to be a battle to the line. Healy took the 5th, Ostergaard for the 4th. Wow, so close already, the racing in these women junior quarterfinals.
The Danish rider was just hanging in there like a loose tooth, just barely stayed in it for 4th place. But no problems for the Kiwi. Shot out of a rocket. Alexis Alden on the pink bike in the middle there. She tucked in and was able to stay right with Greenoff on the way. But right here is where it all started to go sideways. If you look here on the Danish rider, she just starts to kind of slow down a little bit, allowing the Aussie to come up. And Australia almost got her right at the finish line, but needed about another meter of track to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Taya Gaynor just taking a solid 3rd spot there, but it was Lily Greenoff who took the win in that quarterfinal. There you go. That is your confirmed result. Alexis Alden, Taya Gaynor and Ida Ostergaard going through to the semi-finals. Next up, quarterfinal number 3. Merton, Claessens, Castro, Govera and Latkova.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops on the 3rd of these quarterfinals, expecting some big things from Darren Merton of the USA. She's got a solid first straight, and she's proving it now as she heads towards that first turn. Looks like the Swiss rider Jade Claessens, sister of Zoe, in there in that 3rd spot, and it's Castro of Colombia in that 2nd position. There's a big battle going on for that final qualifying position, and Ellen Latkova of the Czech Republic, she's on the outside looking in at the moment. She's back there in that 5th spot. Only 4 riders going through, but as predicted, Darren Merton of the USA starting to open up a little bit of a lead now into that final corner. Colombia in there in 2, Claessens in 3, bringing it down towards the line. Looks like Merton's going to take it at the strike. Darren Merton goes through to the semi-finals. Claessens in 3, Escobar Guevara in 4, and Latkova out in 5.
I was very interested to see how Darren Merton was going to do today. She's from Arizona in the U.S., one of the driest places in the country. Doesn't ride in the rain much, if at all. But no problems for her, picking up right where she left off yesterday with a win. You know, this lap, these 5 riders, they kind of spread it out and just followed each other around. Right there, you can see Lapkova was making an effort to get into the 4th place, but couldn't get the job done there. And then they just kind of stretched it out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the finish line. But Darren Merton's going to have to face Lily and Taya here coming up. So we'll see what happens in the semifinals.
Yeah, absolutely. So Merton, Castro, Claessens, and Escobar all going through to the semi-finals. Ellen Lapkova, their World Championships is last of the quarterfinals now, lining up for the women junior. Latvia, Australia, Belgium, Elsa Rendell-Todd of Great Britain, Camille Bouchier of France. 5 riders, 4 of them going through to the semi-finals. 1 rider's going to be unlucky. Who's it going to be?
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So as we come to the end of the quarterfinal stages here for the women junior of the UCI BMX Racing World Championships for 2025. Looks like Elsa Rendell-Todd of Great Britain. Oh, 1 rider's down in that turn, 2 riders. So there's a position still up for grabs. So it's a case of who gets up the fastest, who gets back on the bike, and who takes that 4th spot. It's going to be a waiting game to find out who's got it, but it's Elsa Rendell-Todd of Great Britain out in front. A rider who not only races BMX but rides the freestyle program as well. So she's got a boatload of skills on a bicycle, and she's bringing it to burnout as she comes down the final straight. Elsa Rendell-Todd of Great Britain is going to take this quarter-final. Charlotte Guy of Australia in 2. Who's going to pick up that 4th spot? Looks like the rider from France, Camille Bouchier, has got back up first and foremost. The Belgian rider, Meryl North, she's not made it back on the bike. So Camille Bouchier looks like she's feeling the effects of that crash that little bit, but she's going to bring it to the line, saving that little bit of energy, but it's certainly been a rough one. Looks like she's taking a bang to the head. Let's hope she's okay. You can see the pain and frustration on the French rider's face. No such problems for Elsa Rendell-Todd. So the action starting early, Connor.
Wow, and it was all pear-shaped for Meryl North right from the start. She's in the back of the pack here going into this first turn. It's real wet. You can see the water pooled, and they just clipped each other right there, went down. You see the French rider, Camille, sliding a little bit. I'm sure she's not feeling great. As you can see, the wincing in pain. But she is qualified through the next round, so let's hope she can feel up to firing off in the semi.
Yeah, she'll take her time and go and recover properly between the rounds, as we see that Elsa Rendell-Todd took that quarterfinal. Charlotte Guy, Adelina Kaklina, and Camille Bouchier all going through. As we change groups now to the men junior, the quarterfinals. Racing going to get ever faster. Certainly Clement Rocheroux of France is in this one, and he was putting some heater laps down yesterday.
And 17 and 18-year-old boys and men are not known for playing it safe, so I think we're going to see some fireworks here.
Yep.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
We've got 2 of the fastest junior men in the first of this quarterfinal. Clement Rocheroux of France and Evan Esposito of the USA, but Esposito's been pushed back that little bit. Finn Cogan's getting involved as well. Bailey Seckold of Australia just holding on to that 4th position at the minute, battling with the Canadian rider, but riders are already coming up short on that 2nd straight. Rocheroux's absolutely on it at the moment as they go down the 3rd straight. The Spanish rider in there in that 2nd spot, and Evan Esposito of the USA has worked his way into the top 4. The Canadian rider getting up behind him. Is he going to be able to catch him down the final straight? Will the American hold on? Esposito on the line. It's going to be a close finish. Cogan for the 3. Esposito and Kaiser a photo finish. So they're battling all the way to the line. And the question is, will the American get through?
They took different lines in the last straightaway, and we'll have to see which one paid off.
Yep, certainly.
But starting on the starting gate, though, Clement Rocheroux, he was so impressive yesterday and picking up right where he left off. I mean, he has put his hand up and said, this is my race. I'm going to do everything I can to win this Junior Elite World title. No problems at all. Very skilled, very talented rider. Evan Esposito was firmly in the 4th position here, but just not smooth enough down this 3rd straightaway as he gets into this last turn. You can see him getting a little bit off balance right there. Might have been due to the soft track. And on the last straight, they took two opposite lines between the Canadian and the American, as you can see right there, coming into the finish line, waiting on the photo finish to see who got it. Oh, I can't tell.
Yeah, closer than close, that one.
It looks like Evan, but don't take my call for it.
We'll await the official confirmation, and it's right there, Evan Esposito taking that final position literally by, what, 6 1/1000ths of a second. It was that close. Clement Rocheroux taking the win, and we've got to keep our eye on the Spanish rider as well, working his way through into.
Wow, that was close, but these quarterfinals, they're going to be electric.
Yeah, Latvia, Denmark, Australia, Great Britain, Canada, Colombia, and Netherlands, all lining up in heat number 2, including the local favourite, Rasmus Simonsen.
You can tell when there's a Dane on track because the crowd gets real loud.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So 2 Danish riders in this quarter-final for the men junior as we head down towards turn number 1, and it looks like it's going to be a whole shot as they go in and out of the turn. Rasmus Simonsen picking it up. Aaron Donald in there in 2. Ben Cornish of Great Britain has worked his way up from 4th to 2nd. He's closing the door in the turn. He's managed to take that spot, and Bailey Seckhold's gone up the turn. That looks like his lap is over already. So as they head down towards the final corner, Ben Cornish in there in 2, but it's Simonsen taking it to the line. Aaron Donald's World Championships has ended in that second turn. Looks like Christos Appels went in there in 3, Lucas Sue in 4, Jesse De Vere out in 5, but the Australian disaster in that second corner.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time there, but I'm sure the Danish rider's done plenty of rainy laps here in Copenhagen, so no problems at all for him. But if you watch the Aussie here, he's going down the inside, and that would have been a solid place to be in the dry, but going into this turn in the wet, just clipping the back wheel right there, nowhere to go. Unfortunate, because you want to be on the inside. That is the part of the track that you're supposed to be on, but in a situation like that, it's nowhere to go, and you just got stuck.
Yeah, he was battling with Ben Cornish out of Great Britain. Ben made his move in that second turn. Aaron Donald came and clipped up the turn. World Championship over. So, as the phrase goes, hesitation, devastation, and it was for Aaron Donald. So, Christos Appels in 3, Lucas Sue, the Canadian rider, taking that 4th spot. Ben Cornish and Rasmus Simonsen all going through. Heat 3 of the men junior quarter-finals. France, Belgium, Switzerland, Australia, all in this one. Evan Oliveira in there in gate 1. Mark Luthi had some great laps in the earlier rounds. He's out there in gate number 8.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So I've got my eye on Mark Luthi of Switzerland. Is he going to do exactly what he did in the earlier rounds and work his way across from gate number 8? He's there or thereabouts as they go into the turn. Got the French rider Titouan Faure in there as well, who's taking the lead. The Belgian going through in that 3rd spot. That is Lenson. Lenson in 3rd. Here comes Preston Murray of Australia. He's worked his way into a top 4 spot. Evan Oliveira leading it down the straight towards the final corner. Luthi looking good in that 2nd spot. Those front 2 riders are pretty much safe. So it's going to be Oliveira, Luthi, Lenson, Cameron, Gatt bringing it to the line. Gatt's going to hang on to it. Gatt takes that 4th spot. Faure in 5. Evan Oliveira putting a good lap together, but Mark Luthi looking good from gate number 8.
Oh, yeah, and Faure was throwing everything he had at Cameron Gatt trying to get there for the 4th place to the finish line, but the Aussie hanging on to it for the transfer. But interesting strategy there from Mark Luthi, picking lane 8, just trying to get out clean, trying to stay away from all the chaos that can happen on the inside of the starting gate down the first straightaway. Coming in from 8, but no problems at all for Evan Oliveira, just taking the whole shot and getting the job done. Didn't look back at all. Cameron Gatt right down the right part of the track on the inside, defending that 4th place. There's no more stressful place to be than 4th place in the quarter or semi.
Yeah, absolutely. Not where you want to be at all, but there is your confirmed results. Oliveira, Luthi, Lenson and Gatt all going through to the semi-finals of men junior here at the 2025 BMX Racing World Championships in Copenhagen, Denmark. Moving on to the last of the quarterfinals, Switzerland, Great Britain, Colombia, Italy, Brazil and Sweden. Jimmy Criddle doing it for Great Britain, but he's going to be battling with Nick Hoffer from Switzerland, and he's got David Ferreira, also from the Swiss team, on the other side of him.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops on the last of the quarterfinals for the junior men. The Brazilian's already working his way across, but look at Jesper Wahlberg out of the Swedish team, in and out of that first turn. In that first spot, came all the way across from gate number 7. Where is Jimmy Criddle of Great Britain? He's in there in that third spot. He's looking to work his way into 2. He's managed to step up a position, but he's got the 2 Swiss riders behind him. It's going to be Hoffer and Ferreira. Here comes the Colombian trying to work his way in as well. That's Ceballos as they go to the final corner. Ceballos, oh, he just pushes off track that little bit, and that's ruined it for him. But Wahlberg all the way from gate 7, taking it to the line. Jimmy Criddle picking up the 2, Hoffer in 3, Ferreira in 4, and I thought we were in for some South American turn antics.
David Ferreira, he defended that perfectly. You know, it's a world championship. It's quarterfinal, you're in 4th place. You cannot give them even a millimeter. But no problems at all for the Swede, taking care of business. And there is actually a bit of an advantage today if you can be on the outside. You can enter the first turn a little bit wider, and because it's wet, you're able to hit the apex at a better spot. But right here, if you look at the Swiss rider in the middle, he's kind of trapped on the outside there by his teammate, but he runs over to the inside to defend it and absolutely slams that door shut, doesn't give an inch or a millimeter for those here on the metric system, and gets the job done, holds on for 4th.
Yeah, I was totally expecting Ceballos to just come in and just throw it in there and steal it away South American style in that final corner.
He was going to, but there was no room at all.
And it just didn't happen. Wahlberg, Criddle, Hoffer and Ferreira confirmed as going through to those semi-finals. Some men junior, all the action continuing here. We move on to the women under 23, the quarterfinals. If you are unfamiliar with BMX racing, it's the first time you've watched it. 4 riders go through from each round, from here to the final. And we've got Michelle Vissing, the World Cup leader.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Women under 23, the quarterfinals are going as expected. Michelle Vissing of the Netherlands been absolutely dominant in the World Cup Series this year. She's going to lead it into turn number 1. I can see Marie Favrel in there in 2. That looks like Francesca Cingolani in there in 3. Valerie Vossen back there in 6 and pushing hard. And Alina Beck of Germany is now starting to work her way up into turn number 2. Cingolani's making moves. She's stolen it away from Favrel. Worked up into that 2nd spot. Favrel's under pressure from Alina Beck as they go towards the final corner. Beck's in there in 4 at the minute. Is she going to hold this position? Vossen's made a move up into 5. Looks like Vissing's going to get it. Vissing, Cingolani, Favrel. Who's going to pick up that 4th spot? I've got a feeling it was Alina Beck. But Michelle Vissing bringing that form into the World Championships, and she's looking fairly unstoppable.
Michelle Vissing with a fantastic start. She had a bike length on the rest of the moto at the bottom of the starting hill. No problems at all. Into this first turn, though, for the women's, if they don't jump the triple, they go 2 in, 1 out. I mean, that backside is steep, as you see there, and they are, bang, having to land and absorb that, and it doesn't feel good in the hands. It doesn't feel good on the legs. But we had some good battles the rest of the way around. The Belgian rider is not quite able to sneak that 4th away, though.
Yeah, disappointment there for the rider from Norway. She knows her World Championships is over as Michelle Vissing takes the win from Francesca Cingolani.
If you look closely there, it does look like there's starting to be a couple of softer spots in the middle there, and I wonder if that's going to come into play at all.
Yeah, it's certainly going to mix it up, especially if the rain carries on. We will see as we progress through the competition. But as we move on to quarterfinal number 2, we've got Colombia, Japan, Great Britain, Spain, New Zealand, and the Netherlands in this one. Renske van Sanfort doing it for the Netherlands out in gate number 8.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So Renske van Sanfort of the Netherlands out in gate number 8 and making her move early, coming across. She's already had a World Cup podium this year. Oh, it looks like we've lost one of the Japanese riders, I think it was, on that first straight. Where is Sienna Harvey of Great Britain? She's in there in 4th at the moment, but it's Van Sanfort out in front. Calvis Garcia of Spain in there in 2. That looks like Sienna Harvey still hanging on the 4, but under pressure from the other Japanese rider as they go in and out of turn number 2. Renske van Sanfort very consistent through the World Cup Series, leading it into the final corner. Looks like Fayad Mercado of Colombia in that 2nd position. She's going to hold on to it. Under pressure, though, now as they come down the final straight. Late charge from Sienna Harvey as well. Harvey goes through in 4. Van Sanfort taking the win. Mercado in 2. Calvis Garcia in 3. Renske van Sanfort making that lane 8 choice pay.
looking like our countryman, Nick Kimmin. But we had some chaos over that first jump. As you can see, the riders kind of start to come together before the lip. And the worst thing you can do is bump as you're taking off on the lip, because if you take off in the wrong angle, off balance, you can't correct in the air. And that's what led to the Japanese rider going down there. Hopefully she's okay, but no problems at all for Renske van der Voort. She was just taking care of business, moving on to that semifinal.
Yeah, there was a big battle going on for that third spot behind. The Spanish rider Calvis Garcia was under pressure from Sienna Harvey. Sienna wanted that extra little spot just to give her a bit better gate pick, but top 4 finish is all you need, and Renske van Zandvoort happy to get through that one. We'll see her again in the semi-finals. There's the confirmation. Renske van Zandvoort taking the win. Mercado of Colombia into Calvis Garcia of Spain in 3. Sienna Harvey rounding out the top 4. Semi-final time for those riders a little bit later on. This one's stacked. Heat number 3. Czech Republic, neutral athlete, the Netherlands, Great Britain, Colombia and Latvia.
Keep your eye on lane 8 there.
Okay, riders,
Red Bull helmet.
random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So the gate drops on the third of the women under 23 quarterfinals. We're starting to see a trend with riders coming across from gate number 8. Veronika Stariska out of Latvia is going to lead it into the turn. Not quite though, because the rider diving underneath is Sabina Korsakova from the Czech Republic. She's worked her way into the lead, and the Dutch rider's getting involved as well. Lissy van Schindel. So Stariska's under pressure now from the riders in 4 and 5. Betsy Baxter in that 5th position. Alexandra Simashkina, the neutral athlete, in that 4th spot as they head towards the final corner. But Sabina Korsakova is going to bring this one home. Lissy van Schindel in there into late charge from Veronika Stariska, stealing that 2nd spot of the line. Who got 4th? It's going to be a photo finish, I think. Simashkina just about hanging on to it from Betsy Bax of Great Britain.
Betsy Bax was close, but not quite there. But the risk of being in lane 8 is if you don't get all the way over, the whole world's coming underneath you, as you saw there, putting Stariskova back into 3rd. But Betsy Bax in 5th place here, looking for that 4th. She was coming closer and closer, but she needed another meter of track to get it. She had the momentum, but just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, just couldn't quite make it happen. Korsakova, Stariska, Schindel and Simashkina all going through. Betsy Bax getting that dreaded 5th spot as we move on to the last of the quarterfinals for the women under 23. First big news of this competition, there is no Emily Hutt in quarterfinal number 4. Unfortunately, Emily took a big tumble in warm-up this morning. She's not made it to the start line for the quarterfinal. We wish her all the best. We hope she's fit and well soon, but that leaves Laura Mouget, Dominika Manikova, Kylie Shea, Yvette de Voort and Dominika Mora to battle it.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So 5 riders battling for 4 places in the last of these quarterfinals for the women under 23. Laura Mouget, oh, we've lost 2 riders already. Kylie Shea of the USA was one of them that hit the deck, so these 2 riders have got to pick themselves up and battle for that final qualifying spot to the semis. Looks like Laura Mouget is leading it out. Yvette de Voort in there in 2. The rider in 3, I've got a feeling that is Dominika Cadero in that 3rd spot. Kylie Shea's picked herself up, but she's under pressure now from Dominika Manikova as they go into that 2nd corner. Manikova and Shea battling it out for the final qualifying position. The French rider Laura Mouget taking it to the line. Yvette de Voort in 2, Dominika Cadero in 3 as they go towards the final corner. Manikova, I think he's going to get this one from Kylie Shea. Both riders going down in the early part of the race. Manikova takes it, Kylie Shea in 4. This track's taking no prisoners.
Chaos today. Glad to see both riders get up and keep moving forward, but coming over this first jump, looks like they just come together on the landing there to just bump. Kylie Shea coming up a bit short there, and then, oh, not good. But both of them were able to bounce up very quickly, almost as soon as they hit the ground and get back up. But no problems at all for Laura Mouget, just taking care of business, moving on to the semifinals.
Yeah, and there was a battle going on here between Dominika Manikova and Kylie Shea. Who was going to get that final qualifying spot in the main? Manikova took it. The crowd were going absolutely wild as they were battling down that 3rd straight. But I'm sure Dominika Manikova is glad to see the back of that quarterfinal. Mouget, de Voort, Cadero and Manikova going through. Women under 23 quarterfinals, all the action continuing. Moving on to the men under 23 quarterfinals, some absolute heater laps in the early rounds. So where we've got the World Cup leader, the leader of the series, Jason Nordam in there in gate 1, Joe Marsh, Edgars Langmanis, Marek Neusel, and the two Argentinians. This is going to be a banger of a
Random
quarter.
start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And under 23, the quarterfinals are go riders heading down the hill, and Jason Nordam starting to pick it up as they go into turn number 1, but he's got company from the rider from Argentina, Thomas Maturano, who's already had a junior world title to his name. Langmanis has been shuffled right back. He's lost it completely going through that second straight. Looks like his world championships is over. Joe Marsh is in there in 3, and the other Argentinian rider going through as well. That's Federico Capello, but Nordam leading it into the final turn. Nordam's going to take it to the line. Maturano for 2. Joel Marsh is looking good for 3. Who's going to get that 4th spot? Looks like Marek Neusel's been picked to the line. He goes out in 5. Capello takes the 4, but Jason Nordam's looking very, very good.
Nordam's looking great. He's won 3 of the 4 World Cups this year, but keep your eye on the replay on Tomas Maturano from the outside. He had a monster first straight. Chose the outside lane and was right there dead even with Jason Nordam. Just was on the outside, so couldn't get all the way over. But starting your day off like that can build confidence and really get the day rolling. And he'll have the option with a lap time like that to move over to the inside in the semifinal if he wants to. But great move from his compatriot, the other Argentinian here, to go from 6th to 4th, put himself in a qualifying position, and then hang on to it all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, Edgars Langmanis as well. He got squeezed like a bag of oranges going down that first straight, and his lap just went from bad to worse. His World Championships is over with a 6, but Nordam, Maturano, Marsh, and Capello all going through to the semi-finals of men under 23.
Looking at that lap time, 32.7. Yesterday they were running 30.6, 30.8.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely slowing up here in the wet conditions as we move on to quarterfinal number 2. Joshua Jolly, Mika Lang, Albert Groppo, Jonas Idskov, Jan-Anton Jakob Skursbeck, and Casper Piepers of the Netherlands. Some really fast guys in this one, and the one to keep an eye on is Joshua Jolly.
He looked real loose and relaxed in practice as well.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Quarterfinal number 2 heading down the hill. Joshua Jolly of Australia already opening up the turbochargers and heading into turn number 1. Piepers has been pushed high. Albert Groppo's dived underneath. Skursbeck's in there in that second spot as they go towards the turn. Oh, it's all got mixed up. And it looks like the Dutch rider's worked his way through into the lead. So Piepers out in front. Jolly still looking good in 2. That looks like a Mika Lang in there in 3. Where is Albert Groppo? He's been shuffled back. Lang made a mistake as well. So it's all getting mixed up. Who's going to get that 4th spot on the line? Groppo's looking good for it. Got a feeling Groppo took it. He did. Mika Lang hung on for 3. Joshua Jolly in 2. Piper's taking the win, but that second straight was so interesting.
And it all started when Josh Jolly made a mistake. He over-cleared the step up out of the first turn and had to take an alternate line on the second triple there. But when he slowed down, it really bunched everybody else up, slowed everybody else down, and then chaos ensued in the second turn. Let's see if we get a replay of it here. Josh Jolly slowed everything down and just really bunched it all up, and then great move by the Dutchman. I don't know, buy one, get 2 off. It was a bow toe. He got past 3 riders in 1 turn there to put himself into 3rd place. That was a fantastic move.
Yeah, and Groppo got shoved so high in that second turn and still worked his way through and qualified. So the Italian never giving up, and that's what you have to do at the World Cup level. So Pipers, Jolly, Lang, and Groppo going through.
Lang made a fantastic move right there in that second turn.
Yep, so the action continuing here in the men under 23 quarterfinals. We move on to the 3rd of these quarterfinals, including Marcus Leth of Denmark. He was having some flying laps in the early rounds. Josh Marnham in there for Great Britain, Jack Greenoff, and Jesse Asmus as well. And there is Marcus Leth.
Marcus Leth had first gate pick, and looks like he elected to pick lane 7. Give himself some space. Keep your eye on the outside.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
So some interesting tactical decisions in these quarterfinals. Is he going to pay off for Marcus Leth? He's looking good down that first. It's already getting very, very tight. The elbows are flying. Greenhoff's worked his way into 2. Jesse Asmus in there in 3. The French rider getting involved. That is Mateo Fare. He's in there in 4. The Brazilian in 5. And Joss Marnham of Great Britain back there in 6 at the moment. So he's going to need to work his magic going down this 3rd straight. Greenhoff's going to lead it into the final corner. Leth in there in 2. In and out we go. Jesse Asmus looking solid in that 3rd spot. Mateo Fare is going to take the 4th. Leth was good from the start, but Greenhoff threaded the needle in that 1st turn.
Marcus Leth electing to pick outside. Had the first straight that he was looking for, but not quite able to shut the door all the way. And I wonder if he had to play it a little bit safe just due to the wet weather. Didn't want to go into that 1st turn too tight, but he left enough room for the Kiwi to fly underneath there and take over the lead. Jesse Asmus in 3rd place for Team Australia, hanging on to that, and that's how they were going to finish.
Yeah, I was expecting the elbows to bang going into that turn. I had a feeling we might have had a little bit of carnage, but everybody stayed upright. Joss Marnham's World Championship is over, and that facial expression says it all. So disappointed. The Brazilian's gone out as well. Marcus Leth, Jesse Asmus, Jack Greenhoff and Mateo Fare all going through. Greenhoff's looking good, and Marcus Leth carrying on where he left off yesterday. Last of the quarterfinals for the men under 23, Alexis Pichanowski of France. He's been going well in the World Cup Series. Tremanis of Latvia as well. Remo Hofer of Switzerland. And we've got riders from Argentina and Colombia as well. A true international mix at these World Championships.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Everybody opting to stay as close as possible to the inside in this one. Oh, absolutely unbelievable action going down that 1st straight. Riders, 3 of them have gone down. Everybody's picked themselves up, and it's a battle for the final qualifying spot. Alexis Pichanowski of France out in front. Remo Hofer in there in 2. It's all going on as they go down the straight. The Colombian rider's just worked his way through. Everybody's rolling over the pro section. So battling to the line. Alexis Pichanowski's going to take the win. Hofer for 2, Tremanis for 3, but we're going to have to go back and unpack exactly what went on that 1st straight. But it was all action. This one's still not over. One of the Colombians is going to make it in, and you can see the after effects of that crash.
I'm just glad all 3 of those riders were okay. That was a big one.
It was a big one. Morentes taking that 4th spot.
They all bounced up immediately, and I hope we get a replay of it because there was some action in the 1st turn from them after they got back up. But it looks like they're bumping down the hill, and that's not something you ever want to do. And the defending champion, Balthazar, he was just in the wrong place, wrong time. He was in the air, and before he knew it, he was getting his back end clipped to the side. Didn't do anything wrong, just was in the wrong spot. Nothing you could do there. And so for those 3, they were just having to jump back up to get back up and go. And in this 1st turn, here you go, he slides under there to try to take the position, but he doesn't carry enough momentum to jump the step up out of the turn. So for the Colombian rider, just being able to boost and clear that step up was enough to move on to the semifinals.
Wow. And Gianni Dodona of Argentina, like a true BMXer, he's going to crash. He doesn't let go of the handlebars, and he's just ruined what might have been. But like I said, we're just so glad that everybody's got up and walked away. There is your result. Pichanowski of France, Hofer, Tremanis, Morentes, all going through all action in the men under 23 quarterfinals.
What that is, though, is that we will have a new U23 world champion because the defending world champion was just eliminated.
Absolutely. So, I need to take the time, take a little bit of a breath, just try and digest it all and take it in as we go to the quarterfinals for Women Elite.
We got 2 of the big favorites that are about to face off here.
Yeah. Molly Simpson, Bethany Shriever in this one.
Bethany electing to pick the middle, lane 4.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So we're in elite quarterfinals. Looks like Bethany Shriver hasn't got the best of starts either, but Peyton Rydenor of the USA coming across from the outside as Shriver worked her way through the middle. She has. Shriver picking up the whole shot. They're all bunching up behind her. Axel Etienne's involved. Molly Simpson's in the middle of the pack. Peyton Rydenor's working her way in as well, and it looks like Aiko Gommers of Belgium has just been shuffled out of the back of it. Oh, as they go in and out of the turn, Simpson's now starting to make a move down that straight. She's got a battle with Bellarmé of Australia as they go towards the final corner. Shriver shrugging off that early bad start. She's out in front. Axel Etienne in there in 2. Payton's in 3. Is Molly Simpson going to make it in? Bellarmé's in there as well. I've got a feeling Bellarmé took it at the line. Simpson out in 5.
Wow, that's one of the favorites is eliminated right there at the quarterfinal stage. What I did notice there is Shriver, she didn't have the start that maybe she was after, but she stayed in there. She didn't back off. As you can see, Peyton Rydenor and Axel Etienne both ahead of her, but she continues to push forward. She gets good backside on that first jump, nice and smooth, and is able to work her way into the front and take the lead and take control of this race. But Molly Simpson, from the jump, was just in the back trying to make it happen, trying to get into a top 4 position. Right there, briefly holds on to 4th place, but couldn't quite make it stick. Looking for a place to pass Bellarmé in this last turn. She's ahead of her, but she's on the wrong side of the track. She's on the outside. Bellarmé defended it perfectly. Didn't leave her any room to come around and just was able to hold on to that 4th place for Team Australia. Peyton Rydenor for Team USA moving on with the 3rd.
Yeah, and as you come out of that last corner, you haven't got any time to make up any positions either. So Bethany Shriver taking the win from Axel Etienne, Peyton Rydenor, Bellarmé. But the big news from quarterfinal number 1 for elite women, Molly Simpson of Canada is out at the quarterfinal stage. Next up, quarterfinal number 2 for the women elites. Your Olympic gold medalist and the world champion Saya Sakakibara is in there. And we've got riders from France, Colombia, New Zealand, Argentina and Switzerland. Heat number 2, and that is Lauren Reynolds, the veteran of the women elite class.
4-time Olympian.
Nadine Eberhard and Gabriela Bolle Carrillo of Colombia. Lined up in the gate and ready to go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So it was all action in quarterfinal number 1, and here we go with quarterfinal number 2. Saya Sakakibara and Lauren Reynolds, the Australians, flying in formation into that turn. Gabriela Bolle Carrillo is on the inside as they go out of that corner. Looks like Nadine Eberhard's worked her way into that 4th spot. Augustina Cavalli in 5, and the rider from New Zealand, that is Megan Williams, in there in 6. But Saya Sakakibara of Australia, your Olympic gold medalist in Paris, she's leading this one down that 3rd straight. Reynolds into the final turn with a Nadine Eberhard's looking good at the moment in that 3rd spot. Eberhard in 3, Gabriela Bolle Carrillo, the Colombian rider. Is she going to hold it to the line? Yes, she is. Saya Sakakibara takes the win. The Australians are looking good.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Sakakibara right there. Champion doing champion things. Lane number 1, quarterfinal, it's raining. Just execution to perfection. From the second the gate dropped, she did exactly what she knows she's capable of, and just took a commanding lead of that race. You know, I think that's the best way that you want to start your day. Lauren Reynolds tucked in behind her teammate, you know, bouncing into that first turn can't feel good, but you know, it's the same for everybody, so you got to make the best of the situation. It looks like the Swiss rider is tucked in behind Reynolds, and that's the way they went. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, Nadine Eberhard and Gabriela Bolle Carrillo got into it into that first turn, but both in qualifying positions. And going through to the semi-final stage, there is your results.
I'm getting shades of the Olympics between Sakakibara and Shriver, just waiting to face off in the final. I think we're going to get that again.
I think we are going to get that again later on, but there's a couple of races to go before we get there as we move into final number 3 for the women elites. Zoe Claeson's Madeline Veenstra, Delaney Vaughan and her electrifying starts. Judy Daughter Bala, the local rider, and Eliska Bartonkova from the Czech Republic.
Delaney Vaughan's nickname is the Desert Destroyer, so I don't think she's super familiar with riding in the rain. Let's see how she does.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Here we go with the quarterfinals for Women Elite. Looks like the Swiss rider Zoe Clayson. She's been twice European champion, already owning a gap out of turn number 1. Judy Bow in there in 2. Dorte Baller from Denmark. She's just been squeezed. She's lost a couple of positions as Manon Veenstra works her way through into the top 4. Where is Delaney Vaughan? She's in there in 3. Barton Cover's dived underneath and stolen the position away from Manon Veenstra. Veenstra's taking it back as they go down that 3rd straight towards the final corner. Veenstra in a qualifying position, but it's going to be Claessens and Bow going 1 and 2. Delaney Vaughan's going to hang on for the 3. Veenstra's going to go through in 4. It was a brave effort from Aliska Barton-Cover. She got in there, but couldn't quite make it happen. She's out in 5.
All the action there was for the 3rd and 4th place positions, but one thing I did notice was Claessens is the first rider to jump the triple in the women's class in any age. That's why she was able to open up such a big lead, and that's why I think she had the fastest lap time that we've seen so far. You see how much smoother it is when you can backside it versus 2 in, 1 out there. Delaney Vaughan, though, from 5th, she didn't quite get the start she was looking for. Don't know if she spun, but she made a good move into that first turn to establish herself in 3rd place. Then there's the action right there. Veenstra battling it for 4th, was able to hang in there. Right, and that's what I've been talking about. You can't leave an inch. If you leave that rider an inch, they're going to go for it. It's the World Championships. You have to.
Yeah, absolutely. Dorte Baller out of Denmark.
But what I will also say is I bet you that Beth and Scott Barr, they'll go back and their coaches will say, hey, that triple's in play. You got to jump it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Claessens, Bow, Vaughan and Veenstra all going through to the semi-finals as we wait for the last of the Women Elite quarterfinals to lock into the gates.
And I'm sure this motor would have seen that, so I wonder if that changes their plan.
That could possibly do so. We've got the smaller sisters from the Netherlands, Sayata Kiyama, Layla Walker, Taya Rufus and Maylene Kelstrup. There is Maylene, 2022 Women Under-23 World Champion, and now she's in the elite category.
Didn't have the day she was looking for yesterday. I'm sure she's looking for a better start
Okay,
today.
riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Riders heading down the hill in quarterfinal number 4 for the Women Elite. Kelstrup's working away in. The Smulders sisters are going into turn number 1. It's Laura and Meryl Smulders going 1 and 2 at the minute. Kelstrup's been pushed up high in that turn. She's got to thread the needle going through that 2nd straight because she's back there in 6th at the moment. The rider from New Zealand, Layla Walker, in that 4th spot. Kelstrup's making a move now on the rider from Japan. The elbows are banging, but it is Laura and Meryl Smulders 1 and 2 down the straight. Taya Rufus going about business. She's in there in 3. Layla Walker rounding out the top 4. Looks like these 4 riders are going through. Laura Smulders takes it from Meryl Smulders. 1 and 2 across the line. Taya Rufus in 3. Layla Walker in 4. And the local favourite, Maylene Kelstrup, out in the quarterfinals.
Happiest person right now in this whole facility is Mom and Dad Smulders after the girls go 1-2. But heartbreak for Maylene not advancing right there. And if you watch the Danish rider with the Red Bull helmet in the middle, she was in a good position, but when you're stuck on the outside of a rider, you're close enough to where you can't quite get over because their wheels are in the way, because you'll clip them. That's when the whole world's going to come underneath you. And right there, Taya Rufus gets under, delays her, and then from that point on, she's playing catch-up, trying to make her way in, and just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, and you can see as they came out of the final turn, Maylene Kelstrup would have known her World Championship dream was over. Taya Rufus, and there is Maylene. You can see it's written all over her face. She's replaying it all in her mind.
And it's so hard because you've trained for months for this, and now it's all over after 35, 40 seconds.
Yeah. Laura Smulders and Meryl Smulders going 1 and 2. Taya Rufus in 3. Layla Walker in 4. Making the semi-finals. And spare a thought for Maylene Kelstrup.
About to take it up another notch.
Yeah, we move to the men elite quarterfinals.
In the gates for the first quarterfinal from Denmark,
Riders lining up. We have got Denmark, USA, Switzerland, Chile, and Italy. Magnus Dyer in there in gate number 1. He's got Cameron Wood right next to him. Can't wait to see what unfolds in this one.
And I'm looking, the wind has picked up quite a bit.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So can Magnus Dyer of Denmark bring the heat like he did in the earlier rounds, and he's certainly looking like it right now. He's got a flyer into turn number 1. Dyer picking up the whole shot. Simon Marcotte of Switzerland in there in 2. The Danes are absolutely on fire in this quarter-final. Drew Polk's in there as well as they go in and out of the turn, heading down towards the final corner. Magnus Dyer, the local favourite, giving the Danish fans what they came for. Sardak's in there in 2 at the moment. Marcotte's battling him to the line. Dyer takes it at the stripe. Sardak in 2, Marcotte in 3, Drew Polk whooping and hollering in 4.
Wow. Magnus Dyer picking up right where he left off yesterday with a big win. You'll see a lot of emotions today because these races are for funding for many of these riders. I'm coming on Cam Wood, the American. He's in 4th place here. But Drew Polk does a nice high-low and takes over the 4th. But Cam Wood going into this turn here goes down, lands on his shoulder. And unfortunately, Cam has had shoulder injuries in the past and is being attended to. He's up, he's walking, he's off the track, but he's being attended to by the medical team here in Denmark.
Yeah, let's hope Cameron Wood is okay. Magnus Dyer, Jacob Sardak, Simon Marcotte, Drew Polk. You could hear his exultation as he went across the line.
And I don't know if it's still the same, but I do know when I was going semifinals bet, you got a bump in funding for Team USA.
Right. Quarterfinals, heat number 2, the start list. France, Netherlands, Belgium, New Zealand and Germany. Arthur Pielard, the European champion, in gate number 1.
We were talking yesterday, Arthur Pielard looked great yesterday, and in warm-ups this morning, he looked strong as well.
He looked phenomenal as well, and we've got the new European champion, Matisse Rago-Richard, in there as well.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Quarterfinal number 2 is gone. Matisse Rago-Richard has not got the start he wanted, but look who's flying down into turn number 1. Arthur Pielard of France, in and out we go, heading down that straight. Eddie Clertet's in there with him as well. Where is Mitchell Schotman? He's inside the top 4 at the moment as they go into turn number 2. France leading it out, the Netherlands chasing him down. Schotman in 3, Jens Ugemar in 4, Matisse Rago-Richard, the European champion. It's now or never as they go in and out of the final turn. He's chasing down Ugemar. Is Matisse Rago-Richard going to take that spot? He did.
Wow.
Wow. Pielard had gone, but Matisse Rago-Richard had to work for it.
And I can't wait to see the replay because Rago-Richard did a pickup double manual in the last straight. It was a line I had not seen yet that was able to get him into that 4th place position. But French 1-2, the French connection. Arthur Pielard, Eddie Clertet taking care of business right there. You can see the German getting pushed off. His World Championships is done. But if you watch Richard coming out of this last turn here, he does this really nifty pickup double manual right here. You'll see it. He lifts, and he's able to manual all the way through it there, and that line was just quicker, and that was what he had to do to take over that 4th place position.
Yeah, that was Jens Ugemar, and he knew as soon as he came across the line that his World Championships was over.
And that's why it's important to practice the last straight.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Pielard, Clertet, Schotman, Rago-Richard making it in. Michael Byers out in 6. But it's looking good for the French so far as we move on to quarter-final number 3. Switzerland, Australia, France, the USA, Colombia, Australia, Great Britain. Jamie O'Brink out there in 8, and Kai White. Is his 3rd straight skills going to help him in this quarter-final?
Well, Jamie O and Kai looking for the outside, but they're
Okay,
right next to
riders,
each other.
random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So much going on in these men elite quarterfinals. So many storylines unfolding. Cedric Booty got the snap as they head down towards the turn. Who's going to be the first one in there? I've got a feeling it's Isaac Kennedy of Australia. Yeah, he's in there. Jack Davies, his compatriot, in there in 3. That looks like Cameron Larson, I think, in there in 4. Kai White's now started to make his moves. He's been pushed up the turn that little bit. He's back there in 5. He needs the 4. Look at him threading the needle going down the straight. And there's looks like Jamie O'Brink trying to work his way through from the outside, but it's Kennedy, Booty, Davies, 1, 2, 3. Kai White to the line with a late charge. I don't think he's done it. Theo 2 and in 4. Kai White's out in 5. Jamie O'Brink is out in 6.
The Chase Bicycles boys 1-2 there with Kennedy and Booty. But in that second turn, Kai White was briefly in fourth. He was able to get under Larson, but the French rider high load and got a BOGO and got both of them there. Isaac Kennedy in from lane number 2. You can tell this first race getting a little bit soft, but Jack Davis, the other Australian from the outside there. We had our eye on Brink and White from the outside, but right here you can see White goes under Larson, but when he does that, he left the door open for the Frenchman to get underneath there and take over that 4th place position, and that was it. Kai White made a run for him here on the last straightaway, using those long legs to get those manuals, but needed a couple more meters of track to get it done.
Yeah, so 2 more of the heavy hitters bite the dust. Jamie O'Brink and Kai White both out at the quarter-final stage. Kennedy, Booty, Davis, Tuan all going through. The action and the drama unfolding in real time right in front of our eyes here at the UCI BMX Racing World Championships. Heat 4 lining up of these men elite quarterfinals. Andre and Dorde, the French flyers, Olympic medalists. Diego Arboleda in there as well. Rico Bierman, Nick Kimmen out in gate number 8.
There are 6 rainbow jerseys in the gate here between Joris, Nick, and Sylvain Andre. Wow. There's a lot of experience, a lot of heavy hitters in this one. A couple gold medals, a silver medal, lots and lots of wins.
Right, let's see how it unfolds.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Quarter-final number 4 for the men elite heading down the hill. Andre's got a good one. Nick Kimmen's coming across from the outside, and the Argentinian right there in the middle. That's Federico Villegas. But it's France going 1 and 2. Joris Dode, Sylvain Andre. Nick Kimmen's working his way from 4, battling with the Argentinian into the corner. Gets a little bit out of shape coming into that second turn, but he's holding on to that 4th spot. Marzalek's chasing him down the 3rd straight. Marzalek's making his move now on Kimmen into the final corner. Is he taking it? Yes, he is. Marzalek in 4. Nick Kimmen's going to go out in 5. It's Dode, Andre, Villegas, Marzalek. Kimmen's out in 5. The favourites are dropping like flies. It's so dramatic.
Kimmen is going to be kicking himself for leaving that inside line open, but Joris Daudet right there. If you want to beat the man, you got to beat the man, and Joris Daudet just took care of business right there. Just so strong, so established. Nobody in this building would be surprised if he was to win the race again today. Took care of Sylvain, but just the 3 guys we expected to be out in front. Kimmen, Andre, and Daudet. 1, 2, 3. Nice move from the Argentinian Villegas right there in that first turn, but in that last turn, Nick just left the inside open down the 3rd straightaway. And, you know, we're happy to have him back. We're excited that Nick's healthy and racing again, but he's going to be kicking himself for leaving that inside line open there.
Yeah.
But Joris, that was impressive.
Yeah, there's so much going on at such a speed. Taking it all in is a job in itself. Dode, Andre, Villegas, Marzalek all going through. Nick Kimmen out in 5. The action and the drama continues here in Copenhagen, Denmark at the UCI BMX Racing World Championships.
You see the names of the riders who don't move on. And you're like, what? Bierman and Kimmen and Arboleda, and they can all be in the final.
Yeah, all action in itself as we move to the women junior semi-finals. 8 riders, 4 of them will go through to a World Championship final. Riders from Great Britain, Australia, France, the USA, Switzerland, Latvia, all in this first one. Lola De Oliveira had a great quarterfinal, as did Freya Chalice of Great Britain. Charlotte Guy in the mix, Darren Merton with her great starts. Who's going to make it through
Okay,
to the
riders,
World
random
Championship
start.
final?
Riders ready, watch the gate.
So this is it for a position in the World Championship final, starting the semis with junior men. Freya Chalice just over jumping that first jump a little bit, but she's worked her way through into that first turn out in front. That looks like Charlotte Guy getting involved as well in that second position. Lola De Oliveira in there in 3. Darren Merton in there in 4, but she's got pressure coming from the riders behind as they go into the second turn. She's just about holding on to it, but Freya Chalice out in front. Guy, Oliveira, Merton, that is your 1, 2, 3 and 4 at the moment. Freya Chalice leading it into the corner. She's opened up a gap now. Chalice is going to take the win in the semi-final. Charlotte Guy looking good for 2. Merton's going to pick up the 3. Who's going to get that 4 with a late lunge? Olivia are holding onto it from Stiplovzek. So Chalice making the final. Darren Merton holding on as well.
And Chalice has looked great all day long. Darren Merton rode really, really smart right here. She was patient, she was intelligent. She's in second, but she's on the outside, so you know the whole world's coming underneath you. She's in fourth place there, not the place you want to be in the semi. So she gets herself a little bit of insurance here and works her way around the French rider to put herself into third place, because I can tell you, going into the last turn in the semifinal, you do not want to be in fourth place.
Absolutely not at all. No problems for Freya Chalice. The two Swiss riders, Stiplovzek and Jade Claessens, going out at this stage, along with the Latvian and Camille Bouchier as well. Consolation for the two Swiss riders, but confirmed as going through to the junior women final. Freya Chalice, Charlotte Guy, Darren Merton and Lola de Oliveira of France. They will be in the Women Junior World Championship final just a little bit later on. There are 4 more riders destined to join them. The riders from New Zealand, the USA, Great Britain, Colombia, Ecuador, the Netherlands and Denmark.
Let's see if we can get our first Dane in the final here, give the home fans what they want.
Yeah, there is Lily Greenoff. She's been on fire in the World Cup Series. She's 17 years old. World Championship silver in 2024. She's the 2025 Oceania champion as well. Let's see if she can pick up that spot. And there is the rider, Ida Ostergaard, out of Denmark, out in gate number 8.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Oh, Ostergaard, the Danish riders pulled her foot out of the pedal as they come out of the start, so it looks like her World Championship is over, but Lily Greenoff is going to lead it into the turn. Greenoff's in there, and Castro as well of Colombia, I think, in that second spot. The USA rider coming through is Alexis Alden. Where is Elsa Rendell-Todd of Great Britain? She's in there in 4, she's looking for a 3. She's battling with Alexis Alden, has moved herself up, so the American on the bubble now being chased down by Taya Gaynor of Great Britain. Greenoff's going to lead it into the final turn. Greenoff, Elsa Rendell-Todd going 1 and 2. Castro's in there in 3. Alexis Alden is going to make the final for the USA. Lily Greenoff looking superb, though Alexis Alden did what she needed to do, and disappointment for Taya Gaynor in 5.
We have the final set for the junior women. Lily Greenoff, strong starts all day from lane number 1, establishing the lead, moving to the outside a little bit. She doesn't want to enter that first turn too tight with this wet weather. Alexis Alden getting pinched there between the Colombian and the New Zealander. Was able to put it in 3rd and then drop back to 4th place, but really good track intelligence here. You can see her fading over to the inside, not leaving any room on the inside for another rider to try to sneak up there before that last turn. Good track awareness from the young American, Alexis Alden, and the American holding on against the Brit at the finish line there. Sorry, mate.
No, Ida Ostergaard as well. Yeah, she knew as soon as the foot came out of the pedal in that semi-final, she knew it was over.
There's nothing worse.
What a way to not go through in a world semi-final, but Greenoff, Rendell-Todd, Castro and Alden all making it into the women junior final.
That's actually something you got to be really careful of today, is when you get up there to make sure you don't have any mud or any rocks in your cleats to avoid that happening.
Yeah, as we move to the men junior semi-finals. We've got riders from France, Denmark, Spain, New Zealand, Switzerland, Latvia and Sweden. Jesper Vollberg lining himself up on the outside again. That is Rasmus Simonsen, 18 years old. He's been Danish champion twice, ranked 9 in Europe in 2024. And he's been performing well all through the competition. These Danes have been doing some superb laps.
You can see that he's lined up a little bit off the center there, and you want to do that because it can be drier there, a little bit less mud, a little bit less action has been there. So it's actually a veteran move there to line up off to the side.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So the heavy hitters are on the inside in this one with Clement Rocheroux and Rasmus Simonsen, and Rocheroux opening it up yet again, but he's got the Danish rider right there beside him as they go into the turn, and Morales Bermeo is in there for Spain as well. So they are 1, 2, 3. Who's going to get the 4? It's already getting mixed up. Finn Kogan's gone all kinds of out of shape as they go down that second straight. The Swiss riders are 3 and 4 at the moment. It's going to be Hoffer and Ferreira heading down that third straight towards the final corner. Simonson's got himself out in front. He's going to take it at the line. Clement Rocheroux in there in 2. Bermeo Morales in 3. Who got that 4th spot? Nick Hoffer goes through in 4, but Simonsen continuing that fine form, and it takes something to beat Clement Rocheroux.
I was just going to say, that is the first time we've seen somebody in front of Clement Rocheroux. Clement establishing the lead right out of the starting gate. Really aggressive over the front on this first jump. Great backside, taking the whole shot. But the local rider, Simonsen, from right here in Denmark, he's done probably thousands of runs down this second straightaway, so he knew the exact spots where the passes could be made. You see alternate lines into the turn. And right there is when Rocheroux has to be careful not to push the envelope. That was the main. He was going to pull that trigger. He was going.
Yeah.
But, you just got to get into the final there, so you'd rather be 3rd or 4th gate pick and in the final than to not be in the final at all there. So good track awareness for Rocheroux, and we'll see what he can do from the middle of the starting gate here in the final.
Yeah, Nick Hoffer picking up that 4th spot as Rodrigo Morales Bermeo goes through in 3, Rocheroux in 2, Simonsen in 1.
Cool to see the Spaniard make it.
Yeah.
Spain, we were talking about, we like their jerseys, and they've definitely been picking it up.
As we move on to semi-final number 2, France, Belgium, Great Britain, Australia, Switzerland, the USA and Canada. The American rider Evan Esposito out in gate number 7.
Him and the Canadian, they've been battling in the USA BMX circuit for years, out in 7 and 8.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
It drops on men junior semi-final number 2, Olivier Aluti. We've got Jamie Criddle in there for Great Britain as well, but he's got some work to do at the moment as they head in and out of turn number 1. Olivier Aluti, Cornish, Lenson. Cornish is in there in 2 at the moment, but he's coming under pressure. He's got riders either side of him into the turn. He's getting shuffled back into that 4th spot. So Cornish has gone over the turn with the Belgian rider. That's mixed it right up. Jimmy Criddle's in there in 3 as they go towards the final turn. Lucas Zhu in that final qualifying spot. Criddle's going to make it in. Who's going to get it at the line? Olivia gets it. Luti in 2. Jimmy Criddle in 3. Lucas Zhao in 4. It all got mixed up in turn number 2, and Ben Cornish was right in the middle of it.
Look at the emotion. That's one of the hard things, is you're so excited, but then you're not done. You still got another one. You got to go back and regroup. But Evan Oliveira, the French riders just have been so fantastic throughout all the different classes here. Establishing the lead right there just from the inside, lane number 1. Didn't look back, but all the action was behind him for those transfer spots. The Brit right there on the inside was in 2nd place, but just went backwards right there. And then right here in this turn, this is when it all goes south. Bumps into the Belgian, goes over the turn. They're both up, they're both okay, but that's not how you want to end your world championships right there. And it's Lucas Zhao, 6th to 4th place, just like that. And that's why you never give up, because you never know what's going to happen in front of you, and you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, and the guy who picked up on all of this was Jimmy Criddle out of Great Britain. He was 8th into turn number 1, 3rd at the line, and that's why you never, ever give up in a semi-final at a World Championships.
Love those emotions, but you're not done, boys. Go back, get ready for the final.
There is your confirmation. Olivia Aluti, Criddle, and Zhao all going through. Evan Esposito out in 6, and Cornish and Lenson wondering what might have been. Women under 23 semi-finals. Next up, there is Michelle Vissing of the Netherlands, absolutely unstoppable in the World Cup Series. She's in there in gate number 1. She's got riders from Italy, Colombia, Slovakia, France, Germany, the Netherlands, and our neutral athlete Alexandra Simishkina as well.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So it's all eyes on Michelle Vissing of the Netherlands, and she started well and she's out in front heading down that first straight. Oh, looks like we've lost the Slovakian rider as they go down that first straight into the corner. So Manikova, her World Championships is over. Laura Mouget's in the Fayed Mercado of Colombia as well, and they are bunching up as they go down that second straight. Looks like the French rider's in that second position. Laura Mouget, Singalani's in there in 3, and Alina Beck of Germany, she just makes a slight mistake coming out of turn number 2, but she's holding on to that 4th spot. The Colombians chasing her into the final corner, but Michelle Vissing is going to take this semi-final win. Singalani in 2, Mouget in 3. Alina Beck of Germany has made the World Championship final in women under 23, but Michelle Vissing looking so good.
Great sportsmanship there, but I will tell you, Manikova does not like this first straight at Copenhagen. That's 2 laps in a row. She's gone down in the first straight. If you remember in the quarterfinals, she went down with Kylie Shea, and they had to get up and scramble, and she went down in the same spot there. It looks like the French rider just comes over a little bit, and she slipped a hand. I wonder if that had anything to do with the moisture in the air and the rain and slipped a hand. She's all right, but yeah, it's 2 laps in a row there. It's not what you want, but Michelle Vissing has just been dominant, on the World Cup Series this year, and I don't think we've seen anybody in front of her.
No, I don't think we have.
And she's got one more lap to do the same thing that she's been doing all year, and she'll be a world champion.
Yeah, she's opening up a gap, though, as they went down that third straight, held it all the way to the line. Singalani in there as well, and Alina Beck taking that final qualifying spot. She's confirmed in 4th, Laura Mouget in 3, Francesca Singalani in 2, but Michelle Vissing winning the semi in fairly comprehensive fashion. Second semi-final lining up. We have got riders from the Czech Republic, Latvia, the Netherlands, France, Spain, Ecuador, Great Britain. Sienna Harvey out in gate number 7. She made the final last year as a junior woman, ended up in 6th. Can she go better this time around? She's got Marie Favrel to deal with, ranked 5 and 7 in Europe. And she's won some French Championship medals as well, and she's been good on the World Cup scene. Already hit the podium this year.
Don't forget, Stariska is the defending champion.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Second semi-final of the women under 23, which 4 riders are going to join the other 4 in that final. And Veronika Stariska, it's gone all kinds of wrong for her. She couldn't get through that first straight, and she's back there in 8. I think she's left herself too much to do. Renske van Sanfort's leading it out. Sabina Korsakova in there in 2. The French rider in 3. That's Marie Favrel, who's going to get that final qualifying spot as they go in and out of the turn. And as they head down towards the final corner, it's the Netherlands out in front. Renske van Sanfort leading it from Korsakova. Favrel, the Spanish rider's gone down in the final corner. Who's going to get that 4th spot? Favrel in 3. There's a photo finish, I think, for 4. Cadero took it. Sienna Harvey out in 5. But the big news, Veronika Stariska, it all went wrong from the gate. The defending champion is out.
And right there, she had a bad start and just decided to throw the chute. She didn't like that she was getting squeezed between the riders in 1 and 3, and then rolled the first jump. And from there, the gap is just too big. You're not going to make that up without a little bit of help with some riders going down. But I was looking at this last turn right there, the Ecuadorian just shut the door. And if you're the Spanish rider right there, you're not upset about that, because you have to go for it. If you're in 5th place, you're going to go home and regret not going for it if you don't go for it. So you have to. But great job by the Ecuadorian, leaving no room. She was on the white line.
Yeah.
You left absolutely no room. And at this level, World Championship semifinals, you have to do it.
Yep, there is your result. Renske van Sanfort coming across from gate number 8, joining her compatriot Michelle Vissing in the final. Korsakova, Favrel and Cadero going through. Disappointment for Sienna Harvey of Great Britain, ending up in 5th. As we move to the men under 23 semi-finals.
23 semi-finals.
16 riders looking for 8 places, and look at the list of names in this one. Jason Nordam, Josh Jolly, Jesse Asmus, so much horsepower in the first 3 gates.
You got the horsepower on the inside, and then you got some coming from the outside with Tomas Maturano from Argentina coming from 6. It's semifinals, World Championships. Everybody's fast. Buckle up. This is going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops on the first of the men under 23 semi-finals. Let's have a look. Jason Nordam, Joshua Jolly just getting the squeeze to the French riders, working his way in as well. That's going to be Matteo Fore as they go in and out of turn number 1. Heading down the straight, Nordam looking good and in control. Jolly's in a qualifying position, exactly where he needs to be. Who's on the bubble? It's Jesse Asmus of Australia being chased down by Joel Marsh down that third straight. Marsh is getting closer to Asmus. Is he going to make the move in the final turn? Here he comes. Marsh dives underneath. Can't quite make it stick. Drag race down the final straight. Looks like the French rider's going to make it in. Joel Marsh out in 5, Fore in 4, Joshua Jolly squeaking past Jason Nordam at the line.
So you were watching the battle for 4th, and I was watching Josh Jolly. He wanted the inside. He wanted to beat Jason Nordam there, take Nordam out of 1 and put himself inside of him, and he got underneath him in the last turn. So there was passes going on for 1st and for 3rd and 4th. Jason Nordam with a great start, but if you're watching this triple into the first turn, he hangs his back wheel up a little bit, cases it. I noticed he also did that on the 2nd straightaway. It just wasn't the cleanest lap for him, and he allowed 1 mistake to turn into 2, to turn into 3. Josh Jolly right there with a great move going from 3rd to 2nd. Just goes right to that inside. You can see him hunting it. He wanted to be on the inside in this main event. He's looking for gate pick. You see right here, he's already planning this move out as soon as he exits the turn. You know, Jason Nordam left him a little bit of room, and he was able to do that. And then there was a battle going on behind. There was just stuff going on everywhere. Jesse Asmus getting in there. It was a great race.
Yeah, there is your confirmed result. Fore in 4, Asmus in 3, Nordam in 2, Joshua Jolly. Smart moves down that 3rd straight, taking the win. He'll have gate pick in that final, but it's not over. Got another semi-final to go in men under 23, France, Netherlands, Switzerland, New Zealand, Italy, Denmark, Argentina. Alexis Pichanowski of France on the inside.
From a strategy standpoint, that race is going to be a slower lap because they were slicing and dicing and changing positions. If somebody can have a clean lap here, they should have a faster lap time, and they could earn gate 1 here if Marcus left, or if Alexis from lane number 1 is able to execute, they might be able to put themselves on the inside.
Yep, let's see how it unfolds.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Second semi-final for the under-23s, bringing the heat down the straight. Pichanowski's got a flyer. Marcus Leffy's working his way over into the turn. The Danes are getting involved as well. Less being put high, and riders down on that 2nd straight, including one of the Netherlands riders. But as we go in and out of that 2nd turn, it looks like we've got Pichanowski, Piper's left. It was Mika Lang who hit the deck. Federico Capello's in there as well, I think, in that 5th spot. Is he going to catch the rider from New Zealand? Jack Greenoff in there in 4. Greenoff's holding on for that 4th spot. Pichanowski takes it at the line. Piper's in 2, Leth in 3, Greenoff in 4. There's so much going on in these semi-finals. It's hard to keep up. We're going to have to look at it all over again.
Alexis Pichanowski establishing, just taking the lead right there. No problems at all for him. Marcus Leth was in 2nd, but stuck on the outside there, and you know the whole world's coming underneath you. And Jason Lang right there, Lang just gets stuck, bumps into Greeno, and nowhere he can go, and his world championships is over. The Argentinian rider from 5th was looking for the 4th place, a transfer move from Greeno, but just couldn't get close enough to get the job done. But Alexis Pichanowski taking care of business there. He'll put himself in the final.
Yeah, Federico Capello going out in that dreaded 5th spot. That won't be what he wanted. But the Danish fans have got Marcus Leth going through in 3rd. And it's all to play for in the final.
And Pichanowski did have the fastest lap there. Casper Pipers was 2nd quickest, so they'll be on the inside of Jolly here for the final.
So the drama still unfolding here at the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships. Pichanowski, Pipers, Leth, and Greenoff all going through. Strategy and drama unfolding in the final just a little bit later on.
The rain is coming down hard again.
Yeah, conditions are changing. As we move to the Women Elite semi-finals.
And this is the first time that Sakakibara has not been in lane 1.
Yeah, Smulders, Sakakibara, Smulders, Rufus, Etienne, Vaughan, Vinstra, Eberhard.
I'm interested to see if any of them pull out the triple here, like Zoe did. We know Zoe pulled it out in the quarterfinal. We'll see if any of these women pull it out here.
Yeah, Laura Smulders, 2018 world champion, 28 World Cup wins.
That's it.
She knows what it takes to get it done at this level.
Only 28?
Only 28.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Women Elite semi-final number 1 is goes. Smulders and Sakakibara on the inside, even as they go down the straight. Axel Etienne's getting in there as well, but Saya Sakakibara pulls the trigger on that triple, leads it in and out of turn number 1. She's got Laura Smulders chasing her down. That looks like Taya Rufus of Australia, who's worked her way into 3. Axel Etienne in 4, Manon Veenstra in 5, Laura Meryl Smulders in there in 6, but Saya Sakakibara of Australia leading it into the final turn. Taya Rufus is in a qualifying spot. She's got pressure coming from Axel Etienne. Has Manon Veenstra got what it takes to make it through down this final straight? Sakakibara Smulders going 1 and 2. Rufus and Etienne photo finish. Manon Veenstra's out in 5. Taya Rufus can't believe she's made an elite final. But Saya Sakakibara, confidence and experience when it counts.
And I'm sure her coach, Luke Medill, back at the pit, basically told her, hey, if you want to win today, you're going to have to jump this triple. So she got in the gate, and she decided, before the gate went down, I'm doing this. Pulls the triple out right there, backsides it perfectly, establishes the lead, and that's that right there. But great move there from the Aussies, sliding under Axel Etienne to take over that third-place position, and then that's how they stayed. Veenstra really was working to try to make a move there in that last turn, but just had the position for a moment, but couldn't quite carry the momentum all the way to the finish line. And Axel Etienne was able to be quicker over the jumps and finish it out.
Yeah, there is Manon Veenstra, wondering what could have been. Out in 5th, just not where you want to be in a World Championship semi-final. Etienne 4, Taya Rufus seemingly coming from nowhere in 3. Laura Smulders and Saya Sakakibara making it in as well. Here comes the next of the Women Elite semi-finals. Hold on to your hats, people, because this is going to be a barn burner. Claessens, May, Baum, Shriver, Reynolds, Rydenau, Carrillo and Walker.
And I'm interested to see if Beth decides to pull the triple out here. Because, Zoe's got plans to do it from the inside here, but if Beth wants to win another World Championship, she knows she has to. She's certainly got the skills to do it. That's what I've got my eye on here.
Yeah, Beth, Olympic and World Champion in 2021. She's recently won the European Championships as well. She's all smiles. She's in gate 4. Let's see what happens.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
It drops on the second of the semi-finals. Bethany Shriver in the middle, who's going to lead it in towards turn number 1. Looks like Zoe Claessens. Zoe Claessens over the triple and into the turn. Bethany Shriver's right there in the back of the pack. She's in about 7th at the moment, so she's going to have to work her way through, and she's trying her hardest to get it done. Shriver in there in 6. Claessens is leading it out. Lauren Reynolds absolutely on fire in 2. Shriver's worked her way into 4 now. She's in a qualifying position as they come to the final turn, and she's still battling with Lauren Reynolds, but she's been pushed up by one rider goes down in that final turn. Shriver's made it in. Is she going to get a 3rd? I think she did. Bethany Shriver in 3. Lauren Reynolds in 4. Zoe Claessens was out in front, but Shriver, her pack skills have come through right when she needed it.
Not only the pack skills, but the awareness to stay calm in that big moment, because she didn't have the start that she wanted. She was in the back of the pack right away, but she didn't panic. She stayed calm. Zoe Claessens, she's looked fantastic all day, pulling the trigger on the triple, getting over there. Lauren Reynolds just doing what she does, veteran crafty moves, getting in there and taking over that 2nd place, and she's put herself in, I don't even know how many main events she's been in at World Championships, but it's a lot. But Beth Shriver right here, great move. She's in 6th, finds the move, just finds the high-low to get by 2, get a little BOGO special right there, buy one, get one, and puts herself in 4th, stays calm as Lauren Reynolds kind of puts her up the turn a little bit and moves her way into the final, and she's still a chance.
Yeah, Bethany Shriver, by road admission, she's never really been known as a pack rider, but she certainly brought the skills out when she needed it. Went from 8th in the first turn, 3rd across the line. She's made the World Championship final. There's 1 lap to go, and anything can happen. as we move to the men elite semi-finals. 8 of the fastest riders in the world up on that gate. France, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Argentina and Australia. Arthur Pielard in there in gate number 1. He's got Joris Dode right next to him as well. Mitchell Shotman, who's spent an amazing amount of time training on this track, he's in there in 3. Joris Dode, your Olympic champion, multiple world titles. Is this going to be number 4 for him? 6 USA BMX Pro titles. He's won and won and won.
He won here 14 years ago. He won his first world title.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
You're watching greatness.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Men elite semi-final number 1 is underway. Looks like Pielard and Dode are leading it into turn number 1, and coming across from the outside as well is Jack Davis from Australia. Oh, Davis has gone down in that first turn. It's Pielard, Dode, Shotman, 1, 2 and 3. That's Matisse Rago-Richard of France, the new European champion. He's in there in 4, so 3 French riders inside the top 4. Mitchell Shotman doing it for the Netherlands in that 3rd spot. In and out of the final turn we go. It's going to be Pielard, Dode, Shotman, Rago-Richard all going through. I had a conversation with Mitchell Shotman this morning. He said to me that he was happy with his laps. He just needed to nail his starts. He's done it exactly how he wanted it in that semi, and he's in the World Championship final.
You see the heartbreak there for Fede Viegas, 5th place. So close. But Arthur Pielard just nailed speaking of perfect starts, Arthur Pielard right there from lane 1. Just took it right out of the gate, and that was that. Joris Dode, crafty veteran, just tucks in for second. He knows he's in the main. He's got a chance. Mitchell Shotman, a great inside move there. Jack Davis just getting bumped, and it's so slippery right now on these turns that if you get bumped just a little bit, that can throw you off. But the new European champion, Rago-Richard, in 4th place there. So that's 3 French in the final already, with another semi and 3 more Frenchmen in the gate here in this next one to add to that.
Absolutely. Delighted for Mitchell Shotman. He's spent a lot of time training at this track with his Danish partner.
And you said it was in the rain too. He planned for this.
He actually planned for it. He's done sessions in the rain here specifically for this kind of occasion, and it's paid off in spades. He's gone through in 3rd with the 3 French riders, Pielard, Dode and Matisse Rago-Richard. Let's take a breath, compose ourselves as we move to semi-final heat 2. France, Denmark, Australia, Switzerland and the USA all involved in this one. Eddie Clerté, Magnus Dyer has been in supreme form all the way through this 2025 BMX Racing World Championships. There he is, Danish champion in 2023, been on the podium multiple times as well. The look and the focus in his eyes with his compatriot Jacob Sardag, the 2025 Danish champion. In fact, Danish champion 2 years on the run, 24 and 25. They'll know this track very, very well.
I've got my eye on lanes 1, 2, and 3. There's a lot of horsepower right there, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Elite men's 2nd semi-final. Who's going to make it through? Dyer's not got the start he wanted. Isaac Kennedy has his on the inside with the French riders going into the turn. It's all getting mixed up. Andre Clerté, Kennedy, Sardag. That is your 1, 2, 3 and 4. Dyer's worked his way up. He's into that 4th spot now, and he's battling with Isaac Kennedy into the turn as well. Kennedy's in the middle of a Danish sandwich because Sardag is chasing him down. As they head towards the final corner, Drew Polk's out of it in 8. In and out of the final turn, Andre Clerté, Dyer, 1, 2, 3. Is Sardag going to catch Kennedy? He's not. Kennedy makes it through in 4. Sylvain Andre takes the win. Clerté makes the World Championship final, and Magnus Dyer pulled it out of the ashes.
So a couple quick notes for you here. That is 5 French, in case you were counting in the final. Sylvain Andre with a 32.8. That was the fastest lap from lane 8. So what'll be really interesting is Sylvain going to choose lane 8 again, because it worked for him here. He hole shotted that, doing his best Neat Kimmin impression from lane 8, but now he's got first choice. Where is he going to go here in this final? Rich, I'm going to head down to the finish line, talk to all the winners, enjoy calling the finals, buckle up, get your popcorn ready. These are going to be fantastic.
They are going to be fantastic as we watch Sylvain Andre lead it into that final turn. Eddie Clerté right there with him, but Magnus Dyer, he was out of the qualifying positions as they came out of turn number 1. He was in third by the time they got to the line. Sardag, he knew he had it so close, chasing Isaac Kennedy. Kennedy ended up in 4th. Magnus Dyer in 3, Eddie Clerté in 2, Sylvain Andre in 1. Disappointment for Sardak, Marzalak, Marquardt and Drew Polk. So much action, so much drama here at the UCI BMX Racing World Championships. The racing in Copenhagen not failing to deliver as we move on to the women junior final. We have riders from New Zealand, the USA, Great Britain, Australia, Colombia and France. Freya Chalice of Great Britain looking for her first major title. Lily Greenoff, who's been riding so well in the World Cup Series. Elsa Rendell, Todd and Charlotte Guy in there as well. Alexis Alden. And as we mention her name, out in gate number 8, doing it for the USA. It is Alexis Alden, Pan Am champion 2025. A staple on the USA BMX scene, 18 years old.
Gate number 7 now.
Gate 7, Lola de Oliveira. Took a bronze medal in the European Championships this year, 2025. Next to Elsa Rendell Todd of Great Britain. European Championship silver. Excels on a freestyle bike as well. A little tribute to her late mother on the helmet. Next up, Nicole Ferrondo Castro, 2024 Pan Am champion, Colombian champion for 2025.
On her inside.
As we look at the 941 plate of Charlotte Guy, multiple Oceania Championship silver medals. Will this be the one where she picks up a gold? Gate number 4 for Great Britain, the 2025 European champion. It's Freya, the Slayer Chalice.
On the inside there.
Stoked and ready to go. The 2025 United States champion on the 946. It's Darren Merton.
And on her inside.
And for New Zealand, Lily Greenoff. World Championship silver medal in 2024. She's the 2025 Oceania champion. It all comes down to this. The Women Junior World Championship final for 2025. The blue skies are starting to appear. Here we go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Here we go with the Women Junior World Championship final. Lily Greenoff's got to play. Oh, Freya Chalice has gone down with 3 other riders on that first straight. Greenoff leading it out. That looks like Lola de Oliveira in there in 2, Alexis Alden in 3. Here comes Elsa Rendell Todd of Great Britain as they go into the turn. Todd's in that 3rd spot, but Lily Greenoff of New Zealand is leading it out. Lola de Oliveira in there in 2. Under pressure though from Elsa Rendell Todd as they come into the final corner. It's Greenoff, Todd, Oliveira. That is your 1, 2, 3. Derry Merton's in there in 4. She's not done yet. She's charging at the line. Oh, Oliveira's gone right on the final jump. Lily Greenoff takes the win in Women Junior. Elsa Rendell Todd gets a silver. Alexis Alden takes that bronze medal. So much action. 4 riders still down. Charlotte Guy's just picked herself up. Oliveira crossing that line in 5. She crashed literally right at the end. We are still looking after Freya Chalice on that first straight. There is Lola de Oliveira, wondering what might have been. Lily Greenoff is your Women Junior World Champion for 2025. Avoided all the carnage on the first straight. Charlotte Guy has picked herself up. Muddy but unbowed. Let's take a look at the action as they came out of the gates. Freya Chalice locked elbows with Alexis Alden early doors and got caught up again with the Colombian rider just before they got to the roller double. Meanwhile, Lily Greenoff was into the turn. Lola Di Oliveira in there in 2, Alexis Alden in 3. Elsa Rendell Todd was battling in 4 at this point. And it got pretty mixed up as they came towards that second corner. Greenoff clearer in front of her at this point. It was a case of would anybody catch her? Elsa Rendell Todd was doing her best. She came out of the turn in that second spot. Oliveira and Merton were battling. Oliveira just came up short. Oh, got it all wrong going over that final jump. Ended up on the ground. Hugs for Lily Greenoff and Elsa Rendell Todd. Freya Chalice exiting the track right now, being looked after by our medical team. The Colombian rider still down on that first straight. But we're going to head down to the finish line where Connor is going to chat with Lily Greenoff.
Lily, you are a world champion. Take us through your emotions. What are you feeling right now?
I honestly just can't believe it. Just, a dream come true pretty much, yeah. So happy, yeah.
Congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
So Lily Greenoff, your new women junior world champion for 2025 here in Copenhagen, Denmark. All smiles, holding up that number 1. She's going to run that W1 for the next 12 months. As we move to the men junior final.
And let's see what's going to happen here.
As we check out the overview of the facility here at Copenhagen. Riders from France, Spain, Switzerland, Denmark, Great Britain, Canada. All in this one. Clement Rochereau and Evan Oliveira on that gate. But in gate number 8 for Switzerland, the 2024 Swiss champion, it's Nick Hoffer. Gate number 7 out of Canada. It's Lucas Sue. Gate number 6 for Great Britain. Jimmy Criddle.
On your number 5, Kate.
Gate number 5, the crowd are going to go absolutely wild for the 2024 and 25 Danish champion. It's Rasmus Simonsen.
On his inside for Switzerland.
Next up, the 18-year-old 2025 European bronze medalist from Switzerland. It is Mark Luthi.
In 3.
Gate 3 for Spain, been quietly going about business all day long. The 2025 Spanish champion Rodrigo Morales Bermeo.
In 2.
Gate 2, one of the rising stars of French BMX, European Championship silver in 2024. It's Clement Rochereau.
And out of gate number 1.
Gate number 1 on the inside for France. Just watched his sister in the women junior main. It's Evan Oliveira. The 2025 World Championship final for men junior is ready to go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Here we go with the junior men final here at the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championship. There's a Dane leading it into the turn. Here we go, Rasmus Simonsen out in front as they head down towards that second corner. I think he's gone down actually coming out of that first turn. Oliveira's out in front, Bermeo's in there in 2, Clement Rochereau in 3, Lucas out in 4, under pressure from Hoffer. Looks like Jimmy Criddle's back there in about 6 of the minute as they go into the final turn. Oh, Bermeo's gone down as well. It's going to be Olivia bringing it to the line. Olivia is your junior men world champion. Clément Rocheroux in 2. Lucas Zhao, I think, picked up the 3. Nick Hoffer in 4, but Rasmus Simonsen was right on it going into turn number 1 until they exited the turn and down he went. Evan Oliveira can't believe it. He is the world champion for junior men. Clément Rocheroux making it a 1-2 for France. Lucas Zhao of Canada rounding out the podium in 3. Jimmy Criddle picked up a 5. But Evan Oliveira is your world champion. Clément Rocheroux walking away disappointed. Rasmus Simonsen of Denmark coming across the line to applause from the home fans. Let's just check out the replay. Simonsen got an absolute flyer of a start. Rocheroux didn't get what he wanted. Oliveira was on the inside. Bermeo Morales of Spain was right in there as well. And as they went in the turn, Simonsen went wide. Oliveira just the slightest of nudges. He hit the white line at the top and into the fence, and that's what took Rasmus Simonsen out. It's greasy at the top of the, over the top of the fence. World Championship over for Rasmus Simonsen. And one of the Swiss riders had gone down as well on that second straight. That was Mark Luthi. And out front, as they came to the final corner, it was Oliveira. The Spanish rider got it all kinds of wrong, slid out as well. His World Championship podium disappeared in front of his eyes, and that left Evan Oliveira and Clément Rocheroux to go 1 and 2 for France. France, the most powerful country in World BMX at the moment. Lucas Zhao picking up that 3. Nick Hoffer for 4. Evan Oliveira, he is the world champion. Rasmus Simonsen knew he had it in the palm of his hand going into turn 1, but it wasn't to be. We're going to head down to Connor Fields as he chats to the world champion, Evan Oliveira.
Canada gets the bronze medal. Hoffer in 4, Cadell 5 for Great Britain. Incredible racing.
Evan, you are a world champion. That first turn got very tight. How do you feel? Take us through the race.
You know, I missed a bit my gate and my first race. The Danish guy come, and I see I called, so I go. So yeah, it's crazy winning my first world title. You know, 5 months ago I was told I would never race BMX again. So yeah, it's crazy. Just want to thank everyone, my family, coach, everyone. Yeah, it's crazy.
You're racing BMX again, and you're racing it very well. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So Evan Oliveira of France taking the Junior Men World Championship title. Congratulations from Clément Rocheroux, coming back after being told he might never race BMX again. And just 5 months later, he is champion of the world. Evan Oliveira of France. As we move to the women under 23 final now, 8 riders lining up on that gate. The Netherlands, the Czech Republic, France, Italy, Ecuador and Germany.
There they are up in the gates. Netherlands, Czech Republic,
and there you have Vissing, Korsakova, Favrel, Singolani, Cadero, Muget, Beck and Van Sanfort. A true international mix. And out in gate number 8 for the Netherlands. She's been the Netherlands champion. She's been absolutely flying on the World Cup scene in 2025. It's Renske van Sanfort. Gate number 7 out of Germany. 19 years old, the German champion. It's Alina Beck. Gate number 6 out of France. The 2024 French champion. It's Laura Muget.
Okay, number 5, representing
Gate 5 out of Ecuador, the 2025 Ecuadorian champion, Dominica Mora.
On her inside.
Next to her, from Italy, she's made World Championship finals as a junior before, it's Francesca Cingolani.
Representing France.
Representing France, it is Marie Favrel.
Out of 2.
From the Czech Republic, the 2025 Czech champion, it's Sabina Kosakova.
And then lane number 1.
On the inside, lane number 1, been absolutely dominant on the World Cup circuit in 2025. It's Michelle Vissing. Your World Championship final for women under 23 is about to go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Here we go with the women under 23 World Championship final. Michelle Vissing out in front early. Here comes Renske van Sanfort working her way across from gate number 8. So the Netherlands are going 1 and 2 into the turn. Favrel's battling with Muget for the 3 and the 4. That looks like the Colombian rider working her way through into a top 5 position. But it's all about Michelle Vissing of the Netherlands. Unstoppable in the World Cup Series. It looks like she's going to pick up a World Championship title. Into the final turn we go. The Netherlands, they are 1 and 2. Vissing, Van Sanfort bringing it down to the line. Michelle Vissing is your under 23 world champion. Michelle Vissing of the Netherlands takes the win. Renske van Sanfort makes it a 1-2. For the Netherlands, Marie Favrel in 3. Dominica Cordero in there in 4. But there was no stopping Michelle Vissing. Unstoppable in the World Cup Series, unstoppable at the World Championships. Michelle Vissing is your women under 23 world champion. Renske van Sanfort picking up that silver medal. Marie Favrel getting the bronze. Cordero in 4, Cingolani in 5, Muget in 6, Korsakova in 7, Alina Beck in 8. But Michelle Vissing has been in absolutely imperious form all season long. And she's made it pay here at the World Championships. Renske van Sanfort in there as well, coming across from gate number 8 to pick up that second position. But it was all about Michelle Vissing out in front as soon as that gate dropped. No stopping her into turn number 1. Van Sanfort was battling. Muget was trying to get underneath. Marie Favrel was in there as well. The French were going 3 and 4. Muget got pushed wide. That allowed Cordero to come round her as they came towards that second turn. Michelle Vissing already had a 2-bike length lead over Renske van Sanfort at this point. Riders were stretched out. Michelle Vissing taking it down towards the line. And at this point, Michelle Vissing knew that she was the 2025 Women Under 23 World Champion. Her compatriot Renske van Sanfort congratulated her. Hugs at the line. Both riders doing what needed to be done, and there is your confirmed result. Favrel in there in 3, Renske van Sanfort in 2, Michelle Vissing in 1. And let's hear what Michelle Vissing has to say down with Connor Fields.
Michelle Vissing, you've won many World Cups this year, but now you're a world champion. How do you feel?
Yeah, so good. My dream come true.
And you're tired. You said your legs are very heavy. How did you feel out there, and how much hard work goes into a world championship?
Yeah, the track is really soft, so my legs are dying now, but it's done. I was the final, so I'm happy.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you at the podium.
Thank you.
Michelle Vissing, your world champion women under 23. Taking the congratulations of Sabina Korsakova. She's been in great form all season long.
Wow, wow, wow.
So she wears the rainbow stripes for the next 12 months. As we move to the men under 23 final, riders from France, Netherlands, Australia, Denmark and New Zealand. Piszczynowski, Pipers, Jolly, Nordam, Leth, Asmus, Fare and Greenoff. So much speed and so much skill and talent lining up on this gate. And in gate number 8 on the outside, it is Jack Greenoff of New Zealand. Gate number 7, out of France, it's Matteo Fore. Gate 6, out of Australia, is Jesse Asmus. Gate number 5, the Danish fans are about to go wild for the 2025 Danish champion, Marcus Leth. Gate 4, he's leading the World Cup Series. Can he take a World Championship? It's Jason Nordam from the Netherlands.
In 3 for Australia.
Gate number 3 for Australia. Absolutely flying. It's Joshua Jolly.
In gate number 2.
Gate 2, also from the Netherlands. It's Casper Pipers.
And in
Gate number 1, right on the inside. Pure French speed. It's Alexis Piszczynowski. The under-23 men's final here at the 2025 BMX Racing World Championships. The gate is about to drop.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
It's go time in the men under 23 final here at the World Championships in Copenhagen. Joshua Jolly's going to lead it into the turn. It's Jolly, Piszczynowski, Nordam. That is your 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Where is Greenoff? He's in there in 4, battling with Pipers. Jolly's holding on to it into the turn, but they are queuing up behind him, looking for a way past. Here comes Nordam, battling with Piszczynowski. Oh, Joshua Jolly's made a mistake. Got it wrong on the 3rd straight. Into the final corner we go. Nordam tried to dive underneath, couldn't quite take it. Piszczynowski's going to bring it to the line. Piszczynowski takes the win. He's the world under-23 champion. Joshua Jolly, he knows he's made that mistake on the 3rd straight. He's absolutely fuming. But Piszczynowski of France takes the win. Nordam in 3, Asmus in 4, Marcus Leth rounds out the top 5. Piszczynowski is the champion, but Joshua Jolly did everything right until he got to the 3rd straight. One bobble has cost him a World Championship title. Oh, Piszczynowski, you can hear the emotion. The tears are flowing. He is the world champion. He's going to wear the rainbow jersey for 12 months. Let's have a look. As they came down that straight, Joshua Jolly leading it into the turn. Nordam went round the outside. Piszczynowski held him off. Casper Pipers was in there in 4. Greenoff dived underneath. They were locking elbows. Asmus was back there in 6. Marcus Leth was working hard. Greenoff went down on that 2nd straight, and as they came out of the turn, Joshua Jolly, he looked good. He made one single mistake, lost his momentum. Piszczynowski went through. Nordam had a go at diving underneath as well. They were elbow to elbow coming out of the turn. Jolly did everything he could to bring it back. He had no chance of catching Piszczynowski as they got to the line. Piszczynowski took the win. Alexis Pishanowski is your 2025 men under-23 world champion. Absolute joy for the French rider as he celebrates his win, drops to his knees. There's your confirmed result. Alexis Pishanowski taking the win. Josh Jolly in 2 for Australia. Jason Nordam in 3. We're going to go down to Connor Fields and have a chat with the new world champion, Alexis Pishanowski.
Alexis Pishanowski, you are a world champion. How are you feeling?
I'm very happy to take the win from last year in under-23 category. And today and yesterday was very important day for me. And now I'm world champion, I'm very happy.
What were you thinking after turn 2?
I don't know.
You were thinking you wanted to win. Congratulations, world champion.
Thank you.
Alexis Pishanowski of France, he's not even had time to replay it in his head. So his last year as an under-23 rider, he moves into the elite men category for 2026. It brings a whole other range of challenges. Gonna build the skill, build the speed even more as we move to the women elite final. Riders from Australia, the Netherlands, Switzerland, France, and Great Britain.
Your women elites. We get up to the gate. Let's have a look and see what we've got. And
as we move and look at the riders up there: Sayasa Kakibara, Zoe Claessens, Laura Smulders, Taya Rufus, Axel Etienne, Bethany Shriver, Lauren Reynolds, and Judy Bow. And in gate number 8 for the Netherlands, she's had a World Cup win in her career already. It is Judy Bow. Gate number 7, multi-time Olympian, veteran of the women elite class. It's Lauren Reynolds of Australia.
In gate
number 6 for Great Britain, the newly crowned European champion. It's Bethany Shriver.
On her inside.
And next to her, out of France, on the 13 plates, she had a bronze medal at the Worlds in 2019. It's Axel Etienne.
Hello, can you believe it?
For Australia, 19 years old. She was racing under 23 just 1 year ago. It's Taya Rufus.
On her inside. Let's give it up.
On the 110, 28 World Cup wins. The UCI World Champion of 2018, it's Laura Smulders.
In gate number 2.
Gate number 2, twice European champion, Olympic bronze medalist in 2024, it's Zoe Claessens. And on the inside, gate number 1, the reigning Olympic and World Cup Series champion, it's Sayasa Kakibara of Australia. The Women Elite Final here at the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships is ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
It's final time for the elite women heading down the hill towards turn number 1. Sayasa Kakibara on the inside. Axel Etienne's already hit the ground. Bethany Shriver of Great Britain has pulled out the whole shot. She's in there in 1. Sayasa Kakibara in 2. That looks like a Lauren Reynolds in there in 4 at the moment. But from gate 6, Bethany Shriver heading down the 3rd straight. Judy Bow's in there in 3. But don't think there's anybody going to stop Bethany Shriver in and out the final turn. She's bringing it home for Great Britain. Bethany Shriver is the world champion. Takes the win from Sayasa Kakibara. Judy Bow rounds out the podium. Zoe Claessens in there in 4. Rufus, Reynolds, Etienne. But Bethany Shriver from gate to line puts in the lap of a lifetime. She is your world champion. It's Bethany Shriver of Great Britain.
Oh, shit.
Judy Bow. She's dealt with a lot of injuries and challenges in her career. She's got a world championship podium, a bronze medal. She'll be delighted with that one. Saya Sakakibara of Australia, the reigning Olympic and World Cup Series champion, having to settle for silver this time around. Bethany goes out to see the fans, probably to see the family and boyfriend Brinley as well. Beth Shriver of Great Britain, your elite women world champion, takes the rainbow stripes for 2025. Bethany Shriver, she's had injuries to deal with as well in the lead up to the Olympics. So some form of redemption for Bethany. As we have a quick look at the replay, she came out of the gate like an absolute bullet. Axel Etienne hitting the deck on that first straight. Came across on Saya Sakakibara as they went into that turn. Saya just catching the top of that triple, losing that little bit of momentum, just allowing Bethany Shriver to get away. Judy Bow was in there in 3, Lauren Reynolds in 4. Taya Rufus was battling away as well as they came out of the turn. Bethany Shriver had opened up a 4 or 5 bike length lead over Saya Sakakibara. Held it together down the third straight into that final turn. And it's only 35 meters to that line from the final corner, and Bethany Shriver had it under control. Took that world championship title. The rainbow stripes go back to Bethany Shriver. Saya Sakakibara in there in 2. Judy Bow rounding out the top 3. No podium place for Zoe Claessens on this particular occasion. Bethany Shriver is your world champion. In Elite Women, wraps herself in the Union Jack. All smiles for Bethany Shriver. A European title and a world title in the space of 2 weeks. And there is your confirmed result. Bethany Shriver, your women elite world champion. Saya Sakakibara taking the silver medal. Judy Bow, the bronze. And we're going to go down and chat with Bethany Shriver. She's with Connor Fields at the finish line. Let's hear what the new world champ has got to say.
Bethany Shriver, you are a world champion again. How does this one feel?
Feels absolutely incredible. Like, it was a mad day of racing. I think I'm speaking on behalf of all the athletes here today. It was crazy, and it was a bit up and down for me. Scraped through the semi, and just said this is all or nothing now, and yeah, I'm gassed to take home the win.
What did you do in that gap between the semi and the main to turn things around? You barely made the final. Did you have any advice from a coach, or what changed?
Not a lot, to be honest. Like, I'm pretty set in my processes, and I just had a chilled few minutes, chatting with everyone, just doing what I'm doing, and just the more relaxed I am, the better I perform. So I think I was just the most relaxed in that final.
It takes a true champion to be relaxed 10 minutes before a world championship final. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, thanks.
Bethany Shriver of Great Britain, giving up the secrets of how to win a world title. Follow that process, stay relaxed. Good advice for all those young riders watching out there. Bethany Shriver is your new Women Elite World Champion for 2025 here at the UCI BMX Racing World Championships in Copenhagen, Denmark. As we move on to the men elite final, the French fans are already getting loud. No less than 5 French riders in this men elite. main event. One from Denmark, one from Australia, and one from the Netherlands. And here we go. Arthur Pilard, Eddie Clerté, Joris Dode, Mitchell Schottman, Matisse Rago-Richard, Magnus Dyer, Isaac Kennedy, and Sylvain Andre.
This is going to be absolutely crazy.
An epic, epic World Championship final lineup. We will take you to the gate and introduce you to the riders. And the first of those riders lined up in gate number 8, Olympic silver medalist, world champion in 2018. It's Mr. Sylvain Andre. Gate number 7, out of Australia, on the template. Made the Olympic final in 2024. It's Isaac Kennedy. Gate 6, the fans are going to go absolutely wild for Magnus Dyer. Gate 5, the new European champion, won that title just 2 years ago. Can he add the rainbow stripes to it? It's Matisse Rago-Richard. Next to him, from the Netherlands, spent so much time training on this track, it's Mitchell Schottman. And the 3-time world champion won the title on this track in 2011. Can he do it 40 years later? It's Joris Dode. In gate number 2, it's Eddie Clerté. And gate number 1, on the inside, twice European champion. The fans will go wild for Arthur Pilard. And there's his fan club up in the stands. The Men Elite World Championship final here in Copenhagen is ready to go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
The Elite Men final leaves the hill. Who's going to take the rainbow jersey and win the title? Arthur Pilard's leading it into the turn. Here comes Isaac Kennedy as well. It's Pilard in 1, Kennedy in 2. Where is Joris Dode? He's in there in 3, battling with Sylvain Andre. Mitchell Schottman in there in 5, but Arthur Pilard's opening a bit of a gap now. 2 bike lengths over Isaac Kennedy as they go on that 3rd straight. Kennedy's not done yet though, as they head towards the final turn. That looks like Eddie Clerté in that 3rd spot. In and out of the turn they go. Arthur Pilard bringing it to the line. Pilard is your world champion. Isaac Kennedy for 2, Eddie Clerté for 3. Photo finish for Dode and Matisse Rago-Richard. But Arthur Pilard of France is your world champion. Isaac Kennedy just coming up short again. He got himself a world championship silver. He wanted the gold. Embracing Eddie Clerté at the line as Arthur Pilard rolls out to take the adoration of the fans. His fan club in the stands are going absolutely bananas. Arthur Pilard, he's won World Cup rounds this season already. He's over the fence. He's off to see his mates. They're heading down from the stands. Look at the joy. The Arthur Pilard fan club in full effect. He's getting absolutely mobbed. Arthur Pilard of France is your Elite Men World Champion. I can only imagine what the party's going to be like this evening. Taking that title. It's been coming for so long. He's been European champion twice. And now he's taking the big one. The rainbow stripes. in the elite men category belongs to Arthur Pilard from France. Isaac Kennedy taking the second spot. Eddie Clerté rounding out the podium. Joris Dode couldn't quite repeat his win of 2011 and pull the title through 14 years later. As we watch the replay, Pilard on the inside got the absolute start of a lifetime. Clerté was there, Kennedy worked his way across. Sylvain Andre had come all the way from gate number 8 and was in a top 3 position into that turn. Clerté went underneath. Dode made his move. Mitchell Shotman was back there in 6, but Pilard already had 3 bike lengths on Kennedy as they came out of turn number 2. Led it down the 3rd straight. Kennedy pushed as hard as he could to chase him down towards that final corner. Isaac Kennedy still rolling around the finish line area with his head on his handlebars. Can't believe he's just come so close. But we go back to Arthur Pilard taking the title. Pilard is your world champion. Kennedy with the silver, Clerté with the bronze. Dode in 4, Rago Richard in 5, and the local favourite Magnus Dyer ended up in 6th. Absolute joy for Arthur Pilard. And there's your confirmed result. Pilard is the champion. We're going to go down and find out what he's got to say about taking the rainbow stripes. He's down with Connor Fields.
Isaac Kennedy for Australia goes second. Eddie Clerté won a race, the exact same hump as Rago Richard. He takes 3rd spot and the bronze medal for France. The weather cleared up just in time here in Copenhagen. 6 amazing finals. We're going to go through to an interview with Pilard shortly, and then we'll go across to the protocol ceremony. What a day of racing.
Arthur Pilard, you are a world champion. We can tell this means a lot. How does it feel?
Ouais, je me sens bien apaisé. J'avais des objectifs à atteindre. J'avais des objectifs à atteindre avant Los Angeles 2028. Je les ai déjà remplis, donc.
He feels appeased. He had a lot of objectives for LA 2028, so he's really happy with that.
What does it mean to get this win in front of your fan club?
Ça veut dire quoi d'avoir cette victoire face à votre fan club?
Mes amis me suivent depuis.
Their friends follow him since Nantes 2022. They appreciate a lot that he gets through over in those kind of competitions. He's boosted from inside there.
Congratulations, world champion.
Thank you.
And Arthur Pilard takes the congratulations of Eddie Clerté, making his first World Championship podium as well with that 3rd place. As we watch Arthur Pilard once again taking the adorations of the Arthur Pilard fan club. And I think he's got plenty of new fans after that kind of performance. Arthur Pilard is your Med Elite world champion. It's been a fantastic World Championships here in Copenhagen, Denmark. The second time we've been to this venue. Came here in 2011. And the action was no less spectacular. And Copenhagen has delivered once again. The BMX World Championships in general, it always delivers. It's BMX Christmas, the best race of the year. And we've been privileged to witness it all. As we take a look back at the finals, the first of those, the women junior. Lily Greenoff of New Zealand Freya Chalice of Great Britain getting tangled up on that first straight. The dreams of World Championship glory were over. Elsa Rendell-Todd of Great Britain taking the silver medal, as Evan Oliveira of France takes the junior men win, with Clément Rocheroux right there behind him. Michel Vissing winning the women under 23 World Championship title. Renske van Sanfort, a compatriot, in there in that second position. And Josh Jolly leading out the men under 23 final, with Jason Nordam and Alexis Pishanowski chasing him down. One mistake cost Josh Jolly the title. That went to Pishanowski of France. Sasaya Sakakibara left the gates, but it was Bethany Shriver in the middle of the pack who got to that first turn first and extended her lead as they went through straights 2 and 3. Brought that bike to the line, and Bethany Shriver is your world champion. Leading on to the final race of the UCI BMX World Championships for 2025, the men elite final. Arthur Pilard of France, 5 French riders in that final, and the best of them was the twice European champion and now World Championship winner, Arthur Pilard, winding the fans up, giving them what they wanted. He is the man. Okay, that wraps up our 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships here in Copenhagen, Denmark. For 2026, we move to Brisbane, Australia. We hope to see you there for more exciting BMX action. Thanks for watching. I've been Rich Eames with Connor Fields. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the award ceremony of the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships in Copenhagen, Denmark for the junior women. The medals and jersey will be handed over by Mr. Henrik Jensen, President of the UCI BMX Commission and member of the UCI Management Committee. In third place, from the United States of America, Alexis Eldon. In second place, representing Great Britain, Elsa Rectal Chance. And now in first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing New Zealand, Lily Guerrero. The flowers will be presented by Arani Jakobsen, Director of the Cultural and Leisure Administration for the City of Copenhagen. And ladies and gentlemen, the Tissot watch will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jes Jensen. Let's give them a big round of applause. And we ask, ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, applause for our medalists. USA in bronze, Great Britain in silver, New Zealand in gold. Congratulations and well done. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the award ceremony of the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships here in Copenhagen, Denmark, for our junior men's category.
Could you please hold the pen and look into the camera?
And look into the camera.
That will be coming away shortly. So stand by.
Hold the pen. Just to the signing. It's hard work becoming a little champion.
Here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. It is the award ceremony of your 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships in Copenhagen, Denmark, for your junior men. The medals and jersey will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jensen, President of the UCI BMX Commission and member of the UCI Management Committee. In third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing Canada, Lucas Zhao. In second place and winner of the silver medal, representing France, Clement Rochereau. And in first place, UCI World Champion and medal of the gold medal, representing France, Ivan Oliveira. The flowers will be presented by Aroni Jakobsen, Director of Culture and Leisure Administration for the city of Copenhagen. The Tissot watch will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jensen. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of France. Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time, applause for your medalists, Canada, France, and France. All right, they're going to get together for a photograph on the top step of the podium. All right, Evan, if you can stay on stage, please. Lily Greenock from New Zealand, please join Evan on stage. A photograph of our junior men's and women's winners. Ladies and gentlemen, for the media, one more time, a round of applause, please. Flowers down if you can, and trophies up if that's possible. Let's give them a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, from New Zealand, Lily Greenock, and from France, Evan Oliveira. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome now to the awards ceremony for the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships here in Copenhagen, Denmark, for your under 23 women. The medals and jersey will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jes Jensen, President of the UCI BMX Commission and member of the UCI Management Committee. In third place, from France, Marie Fevrel. In second place, winner of the silver medal from the Netherlands, Redska van Zandvoort. And in first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing the Netherlands, Michel Vissi. The flowers will be presented by Rani Jacobsen, Director of the Cultural and Legal Administration for the City of Copenhagen. The Tissot watch will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jes Jensen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause. And now, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your applause for our medalists. Bronze to France, silver to Netherlands, gold to Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony for our 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships here in Copenhagen, Denmark. It is our men under 23 category. The medals and jersey will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jes Jensen, President of the UCI BMX Commission and member of the UCI Management Committee. In third place and winner of the bronze medal from the Netherlands, Jason Nordha. In second place, and winner of the silver medal from Australia, Joshua Charlie. And in first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing France, Alexis Pisanovsky. The flowers will be presented by Arani Jacobsen, Director of the Cultural and Leisure Administration for the City of Copenhagen. The Tissot watch will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jes Jensen. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And please, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of France. Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time applause for our medalists in bronze Netherlands, in silver Australia, and in gold France. Alexis, if you could please stay, and we're going to ask Michelle Vissing to join you on stage for our media. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause. Your under-23 UCI BMX Racing World Champions in 2025. It's Michelle Vissing of the Netherlands and Alexis Pisanovsky of France.
And as we see Alexis Wisniewski of France, the men under 23 world champion, taking part in the traditional signing of the world champions jersey. Having his signature to a list of world champions who have all made their way into BMX racing and moved up into the Olympic category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championship in Copenhagen, Denmark, for our elite women.
And we move towards the elite women podium here in Copenhagen, Denmark. Judy Bow taking the bronze medal, Saya Sakakibara of Australia taking the silver medal, and your 2025 elite women world champion, Bethany Shriver of Great Britain, collecting the gold.
The medals and jersey will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jes Jensen, President of the UCI BMX Commission, member of the UCI Management Committee. In third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing the Netherlands, Judy Bow.
And Judy Bow of the Netherlands, clearly emotional, steps up to take her bronze medal. Smiles of delight from the rider
second
from the
place
Netherlands.
and winner of the silver medal, representing Australia, Saya Sakakibara. And in first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Great Britain, Bethany Shriver. The flowers will be presented by Arani Jakobsen, Director of the Cultural and Leisure Administration for the city of Copenhagen. The Tissot watch will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jes Jensen. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, applause for our medalists. Bronze, Netherlands. Silver, Australia. Gold, Great Britain.
I've got to go back, can I? What do I need to take with me? Is it this?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final award ceremony of the 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships in Copenhagen, Denmark, for our men elites. The medals and jersey will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jesjensen, President of the UCI BMX Commission and member of the UCI Management Committee. In third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing France, Andy Clerté. In second place and winner of the silver medal, representing Australia, Isaac Kennedy. And in first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing France, Arthur Billard. The flowers will be presented by Rani Jacobsen, Director of the Cultural and Leisure Administration for the City of Copenhagen. The Tissot watch will be presented by Mr. Henrik Jes Jensen. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of France. Please, one more time, applause, ladies and gentlemen. It's bronze to France, it's silver to Australia, and it's gold to France. Congratulations and well done. We ask Arthur Billard to remain on stage and for Bethany Schreiber to join him for a photograph of our top elite athletes. You guys can get a photograph on the front of the stage if you want. Jump in there, guys. You can grab a photo if you want it. Otherwise, we're going to get Bethany to join you. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your elite UCI BMX Racing World Champions for 2025 from Great Britain, Bethany Shriver, and from France, Arthur Pilard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more photograph. We're going to get all 6 of our UCI BMX Racing World Champions up onto the podium for a photograph. Let's welcome them up onto stage. Michelle Vissing, U23 woman. Alexis Pizagotsky, it is the U23 men. And then we go to our juniors. It's Lily Greenock coming at you out of New Zealand. And it is Francis Ivan Oliveira. What an incredible week of racing. There is your class of 2025 for the UCI BMX Racing World Championships here in Copenhagen, Denmark. Thank you very much. And then, ladies and gentlemen, just one more formality, please. One more formality, please, coming your way. And that, of course, is the flag handover ceremony. That will be coming your way shortly. Right, ladies and gentlemen, just one more formality for the day, and then I'm sure you're all going to go and want and find where the after party is tonight. Apparently it's at the Irish pub around 9:30, the old Irish pub. You don't want to be late for that. Right now, though, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the flag handover ceremony. As is tradition,
Bravo Arthur. Merci. C'est parlé, hein. Enfin, tu nous as écoutés. Exactement.
Can you sign Alex As, please?
ladies and gentlemen, please stand by for our flag handover ceremony.
Picture. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, me.
Ladies and gentlemen, as is tradition on the final day of the UCI BMX Racing World Championships, the host nation gets to hand over the UCI flag to the organising host of the following year's UCI World Championship. I'd like to welcome onto stage our dignitaries. Handing over the UCI flag from our host nation, Denmark, is Mr. Morten Andersen, President of the Danish Cycling Federation. receiving the flag on behalf of the 2026 UCI BMX Racing World Championships in Brisbane, Australia, Mr. Steve Peterson, Executive General Manager of Major Events for Australian Cycling, and representing the UCI, Mr. Henrik Jessensen, President of the UCI BMX Commission and member of the UCI Management. We look forward to going through to Brisbane in 2026. We would like to take this time to wish the Australian Cycling Federation all the best in their preparation for next year's events. We cannot wait to see you in July. Book your tickets now. We're going on to Brisbane. What an incredible 2025 UCI BMX Racing World Championships. It's been here in Copenhagen, Denmark. Well done. Congratulations. We hope you enjoyed it. We cannot wait to see you all next year. Thank you.
If you come around, there's a little bit you can come in and see me from there. So you'll know like the toilets were on the last straight. Head that way.
Je garde le stylo, je prétends en signer, regarde le photographe en même temps s'il te plaît. Comment? Hop, s'il te plaît devant, comme si tu signais, hop, regarde le photographe. Regarde le photographe. Thank you. Et du coup, on a quelques autres à faire signer. Hop.
Ah, je peux pas.
Il y en a combien?
13. Ok. Ça porte bonheur a priori.
Apparemment.
Ouais. Je pense que ce ne sera pas les 13 premiers qui va signer.
I don't care because if they're not done, then we can use this one because no one is using it.
You want to sit down or not?
No, I don't want
Can I have logos?
I don't know, ask them.
Can I have logos on this one?
Just a second.
Isaac, second place. Take us through your day and how you're feeling.
Yeah, day started off good today, day two. Well, yeah, won both my laps yesterday. Came into today, a bit of crazy weather, which was, yeah, something to adjust to. Won my first lap, bit of a sketchy one in the semi-final, and but I know it's the World Championships. It just comes down to the one lap, and yeah, just you need to put one together. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that World Championship like I was really chasing. I got out good, just yeah, it wasn't quite enough to get out from lane 7. But overall, good day. I'll take it. Second in the world, my first World Championship podium, and yeah, it was definitely tough out there with the weather, something to adjust to. Something I'm not really used to. I don't really ride in the wet. If it's wet, I usually go home. But yeah, just dealing with that. But overall, yeah, pretty happy.
You're the defending World Cup champion. You got one more. You have one more. So you barely squeaked through in that semi. You had 15 minutes to get your mind right before that main. Take us through the process between that semi and the main.
Actually, that was a bit of a rough one. I had a sip of my Powerade, and out of nowhere, I just started throwing up everywhere. Not really sure where that came from. So, yeah, I was probably throwing up for 5 minutes. Didn't really have time to think about the final at that point because I was just feeling a bit sick. But after that, just, chugged a Coca-Cola, 2 energy gels, and then, I locked it back in pretty well about 5 minutes before the final, walking up the hill. Locked into my process and done what I need to do. And, like I said, I got out pretty good in the final, but from 7 just wasn't quite enough to get it across into the lead. And wish I didn't throw up because I was didn't have too much energy before after that.
Looking ahead to next year, the World Championships is in Brisbane, at your hometown, at your home track, right close to where you live. Does that make you excited? How do you feel about that? Yeah, definitely. Not that I'm super angry about this result, but it definitely doesn't feel that void of I want to be world champion, and I think this result is going to light the fire even more to win next year in front of my home crowd. Like you said, it's where I train all the time, and I'll definitely have a lot of home support there. So it's exciting. It's a long way away now, but it's already a goal. And like I said, getting the second place, it lights the fire to become world champion next year on my home crowd. And I won there before in the World Cup series, so it's definitely going to be exciting. And it's going to be sick. How long are you going to enjoy this result before preparations begin for the next one? I'll probably give myself a week or so. I still have goals this year over in the USA with the USA BMX title. So, I'll enjoy this one tonight. Probably enjoy it next week at home with the boys. And, lock back in to get ready for the rest of the season. And then, like I said, next year my big goal will be to become world champion in Brisbane. Congratulations, Isaac. We'll see you at the next one. Thank you. Let me know what. Am I good now? Can I go? Bethany Shriver, world champion again. This is your third one, but it hasn't been all easy. You've had some injuries, some challenges. Take us through these last couple of years getting back to this jersey. Yeah, obviously, I was gunning for Paris and then broke my collarbone at the Rock Hill Worlds, so I had to kind of rush rehab for that. I'd say I was the best that I could be at that race, but obviously slipped away from me, and it did sting a bit, obviously. I knew me and Saya were the favourites there, but then had another surgery after that because my collarbone didn't fix properly because we had to rush the rehab. So it's been full of ups and downs. I've learned a lot this year from all the World Cups. I've done better always on the second day, so taking all my learnings from that into this weekend I think has helped a lot. And yeah, man, it's just been crazy. Like, to get 3 titles, like, it's up there with some of the greats. So, I'm feeling pretty crazy right now. Certainly up there with some of the greats. And I know it's too soon to look ahead to next year. You got to enjoy this one. But what are your thoughts on the Worlds going down to Australia and Brisbane next year? Yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, the track in Brisbane's fast, it's furious. Hopefully the weather will be better than it was today. But I think everyone's excited, having something to aim towards again. I've never gone back-to-back, so that's obviously going to be a goal. It's hard to do that in elite, but never say never, and I'll be gunning for that race as well. You seem to have a strategy today of picking lane number 4. What was the thought process behind that? I suppose my starts weren't that great today, so I was kind of just like staying on the outside of the fast girls. Like, some of these girls have rapid starts, so I thought stick on the outside, see what happens. Both my rounds I kind of had to fight through, especially my semi. It got a bit tight and a bit scrappy, so the fact I scraped through that kind of made me feel a bit more relaxed going into my final. And I had 7th pick in my final, so it was kind of just what I was dealt with. So I went in my favourite gate 6 and managed to pull off a blinder. Oh, you are world champion. How are you going to celebrate? Well, hopefully have a few drinks with the team. I think everyone's been gagging to get out. We've all been locked in for this race, so excited to get out and celebrate with my friends and family. Congratulations, Bethany Shriver, world champion for the third time.
Thank you very much. Lovely.
I will just smile and go like this because I have no idea what you'll say.
It's probably an emotional story, so.
Okay. Let me know when. Yep.
And you can go whenever you're ready.
Judy Bao, bronze medal today at the World Championships, but the road back to this position has not been easy. What does this feel like for you?
Ja, het is echt geweldig. Het is natuurlijk, de laatste jaren zijn heel moeilijk voor mij geweest. Ik heb Parijs natuurlijk niet gehaald. Mentaal heb ik het heel zwaar gehad. Ja, ik ben langzaam weer op aan het krabbelen. En dat ik dan zo op het podium sta op het WK, ja, dat is gewoon echt, ik ben zo blij. Echt heel blij.
I have no idea what you said.